It's nice to have you here. I'm so glad you could come. This is going to be such an exciting day. I hope you enjoy it. I think you will.
Isn't it about time for somebody's favorite radio program?
Theater of the absurd.
I got a bad feeling about this.
Welcome to Touhyville.
The following program is closed captioned for the thinking impaired.
I'll juice you up.
No matter what anybody tells you, words and ideas can change the world.
Welcome, my friend, to the show that never ends.
Go ahead. Make my day.
Touhyville with Steve Touhy and Cheryl Touhy.
Yeah, that's just too much Touhy, isn't it?
Atomic batteries to power. Turbines to speed.
Roger. Ready to move out.
Welcome back, my friends, to the show that never ends. We're so glad you could attend. Come inside, come inside. There behind the glass stands a real blade of grass. Be careful as you pass. Move along, move along. Come inside, the show's about to start. Guaranteed to blow your head apart. Life's not short, don't get your money's worth. Radio show, it happened out at the OT show. It's rock and roll, you gotta see the show. It's rock and roll.
Oh, welcome into Touhyville for the 19th day of May, 2025. Happy Monday, everybody. Welcome into the amusement park for your mind, the carnival for your cranium, the holiday for your head. I would be your host, Steve Touhy. Flying solo this week. Cheryl is in Arizona, visiting with our youngest daughter, Harley. Having fun, doing all kinds of stuff. She'll have all kinds of stories. They did a cooking class over the weekend. Hanging out by the pool last night. Just all kinds of good stuff. Getting their nails done. Just doing just fun stuff. Just hanging out with our daughter in Arizona. But a little bit later on this morning, Sergeant Fifield from the Indiana State Police is going to join me. He'll be in after 7 o'clock. Hang out with me for the rest of the show at that point. Here on Accounting Day, Boys Club Day, Celebrate Your Elected Officials Day, May Ray Day. Is that like the sun is shining in May kind of a thing? Is that what I'm looking for here? Like April showers bring May flowers, so we have May Sunshine Day. I don't know. May Ray Day is for getting outside, soaking up sun rays. There you go. Nice. National Asian and Pacific Islander HIV Awareness Day, HIV AIDS Awareness Day, National Devil's Food Cake Day, I'm a fan, Hepatitis Testing Day, Family Doctor Day, and World IBD Day. Let's see what IBD is. Inflammatory Bowel Disease Day. That doesn't sound like fun. So those are things we're celebrating today on the 19th of May. What a weekend. Quite the whirlwind, I would say. No pun intended, from Friday night. Hope everybody is doing okay from Friday night. I mean, I would say all over the area, but even further out than our listening area. Further out, I mean, I know Touhyville is in my mind, and it's a created area, but I talked to friends in Illinois near Joliet and like the Plainfield area. They had the same thing with this dust storm. They were talking about it in Chicago. So many meteorologists, I mean, radio folks that I know that have been around that been doing this for a long time. Myself, Chris Locken, saying that this was a first. Our alarms on our phones went off. Said that in some places it was zero visibility. Said to pull off to the side of the road. It's the strangest thing. I wonder if I still have the alert. don't know if it came as a text or if it was just an alert. I mean, I know you guys all saw it. And then we had, at least in our area, a major power outage again. And thanks to all the linemen and everybody and that got out there and got things up and running as fast as they could. But that was, I think that was the longest power outage I ever had. We were probably in the area of about 6 hours where we were. I think at one point I wasn't sure what we were going to do overnight, because I don't think I would have worried about it if Cheryl didn't have a flight the next day. I was a little worried about our food and stuff. We don't keep a lot of food, freezer and fridge. I mean, normal amount, but I was more worried about we were going to oversleep her flight, which turned out didn't matter. I'll get to that in a minute. So the power outage, at one point I went out to the car and charged my phone up for about a half an hour. And then I was worried because I started falling asleep while it was charging. And I thought, uh-oh, that's going to be no good. Cheryl had already fallen asleep. When the power was out, she was bored enough and tired enough on a Friday that she was out. So that was done for her. That said, I was afraid I was going to oversleep and then we'd miss her flight. So I plugged my phone into the car for about a half, got to close to 50%. I thought right after it died, I thought we were back in business because the lights flickered on for a second. But then it took about another hour or so before we got it back. I don't know about anybody else. I signed up for that Reach alert thing. And I'm going to call City of Rensselaer today because I want to find out more about it, because I don't know if I didn't do it in time, but I didn't get anything. I didn't get any alerts. No updates on what was happening with the power. REMC, Jasper County REMC kept us updated online, but didn't know what was happening with my power at home. Not that I don't know if there was any updates to be had. From what I understand, we were waiting on NIPSCO, but hopefully we'll find out more today about what happened, what was going on, all that good stuff. Now, so it finally did come on. We have a lot of our lights hooked up to all the smart stuff, like the Echo and Alexa and all that stuff. So all the light switches are on. So when the power does come back on, all the lights go back on. Unless you walk around and turn them off, which I didn't do. So about 11:30, 12 o'clock, we were fixing all the lights and hooking them back up to our smart things. And because it's like when they do come back on, it's like a disco. It's flashing because it wants to be reset up. So until it does that, it's flashing. So we had a disco going on in our house. I wanted to sing a little Staying Alive. So then the next day, so we had to get up about 4 o'clock in the morning to get Cheryl to the airport. At least that was our plan. Left the house about 5:45, maybe 5:50. Got on 65, cooking along, chit-chatting. Everything's good. We're on our way. And I see up ahead of us, not that far up ahead of us, big flames. I mean, giant. And I start seeing everybody starting to come to a stop. I mean, this was on 65. I'm sure you've heard about it by now. Another truck, jackknife, tipped over, whatever. We're going to find out more a little bit later on. as I mentioned, Sergeant Fifield from the State Police, Indiana State Police Lowell Post, is going to be in here just after 7 o'clock. So he was on the scene, so he'll be able to fill us in a little bit more on what happened. I was on the scene, but a little further back, was not there in official capacity. But I saw these flames, and there was no police there. There was no, it had just happened. We all started to slow down. I was maybe 7-8 cars back, maybe more, maybe about a block and a half back. But we could hear it exploding. You hear the fire, see the fire, the flames, the smoke, all of it. So despite leaving in what we thought was plenty of time for the airport, I think we sat there about 4 hours before being able to get out of it ourselves. And so that meant Cheryl missed her flight. No way could we get the next flight. So she had a pasta class planned with our daughter and her boyfriend for Saturday night that was already paid for and stuff. She was able to make like a 2:30 flight that got her there like just in time. They picked her up from the airport, drove to the cooking class, and just made it. They made it there like with, I think, 3 minutes to spare, she said. So from what we understand, the driver of the truck was able to make it out and was taken to the hospital. Again, find out more from Sergeant Fifield a little bit later on. But two things. I knocked off my never have I ever list over the weekend. Never have I ever been without power for over 5 hours. And never have I ever been stuck in a behind a truck fire in park in the expressway for 4 hours. So, nor were either of those never have I ever things that I wanted to experience, but now I have nonetheless. So, all right. We're going to do our best to have some fun this morning. Thank you guys for hanging out here in Touhyville. Larry says good morning. Good morning, Larry. Thanks for stopping by. We appreciate it. We'll take a break. Come back. We'll get to our poll question from Friday, wrap that up, and then we'll get to today's poll question as well. Stick around. All right, honey, I'm heading out for my morning walk. Hey, neighbor, front yard is looking great.
Yeah, we picked up some beautiful plants from Clark's.
Oh, there's Scott. Hey, your landscaping looks incredible.
Yep, quick trip to Clark's for some rocks and mulch. It was super easy with their help.
All right, see you guys later. Honey, I'm back from my walk.
Great. Hey, I was thinking we should really do something with our front yard.
You know, we should go to Clark's Garden and Floral Center. They have everything from plants to rocks and mulch to outdoor decorations.
Great idea. Did you come up with that on your own?
Of course.
Clark's Garden and Floral Center on Route 231 in Remington. Visit online at clarksgardenandfloral.com and like them on Facebook.
Ready to make this summer count? At St. Joseph's College in Rensselaer, you can get hands-on training to help advance your career goals. Choose from certificate programs in building and trades, healthcare, commercial driving, or veterinary care. Perfect for high schoolers, recent grads, and adults. Training starts this month, so don't wait. Our programs are affordable, local, and designed to launch careers. Start here and go anywhere. Enroll today at stjo.edu.
There's exciting news for farmers in the Illiana area. Peterson Ag Service is thrilled to be your local Ag Leader dealer, bringing you the latest in precision farming technology. Ag Leader offers a full farm solution from cab to cab, season to season, bringing productivity to every corner of your operation. Sink it, steer it, plant it, apply it, harvest it, manage it. There's only one way to do it all. Ag Leader. Let Peterson Ag Service show you how. Call us today, 765-314-3276 to learn more.
So you're telling me I can get any Quiznos 8-inch sub for $5.55 after 5?
Yep.
So I can order an 8-inch Baja Chicken Club for $5.55 after 5?
Yep.
Or a Black Angus Steakhouse for $5.55 after 5?
Yes. Or a French dip, or a steakhouse cheddar, or a peppercorn steak.
For $5.55 after 5?
Yes. only at Quiznos in Wheatfield, right across from KV.
555 after 5 for any 8-inch sub at the Quiznos in Wheatfield. Cannot be combined with any other offer. Download the Quiznos app today.
Many people seem to find certain words more pleasing when spoken with a British accent, like squirrel, schedule, and strawberry. But some phrases sound more pleasing in any accent. For example, switch to T-Mobile's new experience plans and the price of your rate plan won't change for 5 years, guaranteed. Here's another pleasing phrase. With T-Mobile, families of 3 can save 20% versus comparable plans plus streaming from AT&T and Verizon. Saving more with T-Mobile sounds very pleasing, don't you agree? Now let's hear it from the man who does the American voiceovers. Mr. T-Mobile voice.
T-Mobile's new experience plans. Families can save 20% today, and your price won't change tomorrow.
Nothing sounds more pleasing than T-Mobile's 5-year price guarantee. We hope you've enjoyed this advertisement.
Guarantees monthly price of on-network talk, text, and 5G data. Exclusions like taxes and fees apply. Savings with 3 lines. 3rd line free via monthly bill credits. Plan features and taxes and fees vary. See exclusions and details at T-Mobile.com/switch.
Touhyville. You know what they say. 2 Touhies are better than 1.
Ladies and gentlemen.
I'm afraid I have some bad news for you.
It's Monday.
Good morning.
Wrong again.
I am not a morning person.
I hate mornings.
Let's get to work.
I hate Mondays.
I hate Mondays.
Well, I'm not crazy about them either. I also don't like Tuesdays, Wednesdays, or Thursdays.
It's time for...
What is it?
Showtime.
Welcome to Touhyville. Steve Touhy with you here, hanging out on a delightful Monday morning. Thank you guys for getting your day started with me here on the Q and 98 Gold. I appreciate it. Cheryl is off this week, so I will be flying solo, sort of. Might have some folks jump in throughout the week and join me here and there. Like today, we're going to have Sergeant Fifield in a little after 7 o'clock. About 7:30, he'll stop by and hang out with us the rest of the show. So that's exciting. Portion of the show is brought to us by our friends over at the Jasper County Fair Association. Before you know it, Jasper County Fair is going to be here July 19th through the 26th. Make your plans to be out there for all the good stuff. We are going to be out there Monday through Friday of the fair, broadcasting out at the fair on the Midway, of course, doing our thing, having fun. So make your plans for that. If you want to find out all the stuff that's going on at the Jasper County Fair, the 101st annual Jasper County Fair. First of all, I would say follow them on Facebook. They get all the good stuff posted on their Facebook page. We share a bunch of it. But in case you can't listen to the program every second of it, which there's really no excuse for when you got podcasts and things. I mean, you can catch it on the replay and things like that. You can also go to jaspercountyfair.weebly.com to find out all the good stuff the Jasper County Fair has going on. Also, want to mention our friends over at Cripsy Head Start. Visit KIRPC.net. Find out how you can get your child, ages 3 to 5, enrolled year-round. Also, if you go to KIRPC.net, you'll find all the good stuff that they have to offer kids ages 3 to 5. And I would like them on Facebook as well. You'll see a bunch of different stuff there. So, all right, let's head over to our Facebook page. Speaking of which, of course, if you want to see my smiling face, I am streaming on video this morning, like we always do, on WLQI 98 Gold and the Touhyville Show Facebook page, as well as the Touhyville Show YouTube page. Or the Touhyville YouTube page. You can subscribe to that. We'd appreciate that. Let's take a look on our Facebook page at our poll question from Friday, asking you on a Food Fight Friday barbecue edition, because it was barbecue day, which do you like more? Okay. Now, I don't know if you guys had the same issue that I did, which I don't know if it affected the voting. I'm looking at it on the computer right now, and it's not showing me all the words. So I'm having to look on my phone right now so that I can see what our choices were. Kind of remember them? There we go. So Top vote getter, 28% of the vote was ribs, followed by chicken, 23% of the vote, 24% of the vote going to brisket. Oh, so number 2 was brisket, sorry. It's not easy looking back and forth between your phone and the computer. Not going to lie. Pulled pork, 19%, and pork chops coming in last with 6%. Melissa said, that's a hard one. I love them all. Me too. That's why I said on a Food Fight Friday, it's not as adamant as I am with the Would You Rather. This is more just like, hey, what are you in the mood for that day? Okay. Angie says, it's a tie between ribs and brisket for me. My great-granddaddy cooked the best brisket I've ever had in his smoker when I was growing up. And when we'd go down to Texas to visit him every summer, that brisket was so tasty and juicy that it never needed any barbecue sauce or anything. A lot of times I like brisket without any barbecue sauce. She says, man, I sure do miss him and his cooking. Passed away in 1993. I'm sorry, Angie. But, maybe you got to ask around in the relatives for the recipe. Edward says I was forced. I was forged from ribs. Been obsessed with them since birth. I love it, Edward. Thank you. That's great. Tiffany and Madison say good morning. Christine says good morning, Steve. It was a crazy weekend, wasn't it? It was nuts. I felt like it was a blur. And not to complain, but by the time I got back from the airport, what should have been, I don't know, maybe a 3-hour turnaround, maybe to Midway. I think I was gone 8 hours. She said, I felt like I was in a dust bowl. Yeah. I took Ace out, not understanding. I mean, I this is going to sound stupid, but I guess I really didn't understand when they said a dust storm. I was like, okay, this is weird. And I went outside and I could see in the air that it was like foggy or obviously dusty. She says, I could even smell the dirt from my house, and I don't like the smell of dirt. I don't know that I smelled anything. But I took Ace out real quick, thinking, okay, it's out there in the air, but it's not. No, I could feel it getting in my eyes. I could feel it and taste it getting in my mouth. So I thought that can't be good for him, even though he was lower to the ground. So he went real quick a couple of times, and we were right back in the house. Not to mention that it was crazy windy, knocking pieces of our tree off and things like that. Randy says, good morning, Randy. Thanks for hanging out this morning. We appreciate it. All right. Now let's get to today's poll question. And I know a lot of our questions have to do with food, but this is because I saw this over the weekend on one of the 652,917 different websites that I go to every day to find fun stuff for us to talk about. Foods that should never be reheated in the microwave. So that's our question for today. What are some foods that should never be reheated in the microwave? Right off the top of my head, I say fish. You're going to smell up the room. You're going to smell up the microwave. I'm going to say no on fish ever. Here's a couple others that they say, and you feel free to share your answers. Hard-boiled eggs. It builds steam within the egg and can lead to an eruption whenever the egg is cut into. Wow. Foods rich in vitamin C, they say you shouldn't microwave. Like broccoli, bell peppers, berries, leafy greens. When you expose those to heat, the vitamin C is destroyed. Hold on, time out. When exposed to heat, the vitamin C is destroyed. So you're saying we're not getting the nutrients if we cook our broccoli? Hold on a minute. Just bear with me here. This is why we needed an Alexa in the room, so that I could just ask. We've got one right outside. Does cooking broccoli remove vitamins C? We'll just say vitamin C. All right. Yes, cooking broccoli reduces its vitamin C content, especially when boiling. What are we eating it for then? Is there any other good reason to eat it? Cooking broccoli reduces its entire vitamin content, especially when boiling. Forget it. That's it. I'm not eating broccoli anymore. What's the point? Bell peppers, berries, and leafy greens. Chicken. Wait, what? So these are not. See, I'm thinking of it more from a taste standpoint with our poll question. I was not thinking of it from a safety and or nutritional standpoint. When I went with the poll question today, I was thinking of it more from a taste standpoint. You shouldn't reheat certain foods in the microwave. Like, to me, I don't like microwave pizza, like reheated pizza in the microwave. I'll do it if I've got leftover pizza. But for the most part, yeah, I'd rather heat it up in the oven, the air fryer maybe. They say food safety-wise, reheating chicken is safe, but it won't be yummy. All the moisture evaporates, leaving the chicken with a weird taste and texture. Yeah, I'm not a big fan of reheating my chicken in the microwave, but for the most part, I don't think it's too bad. I don't know. Fried chicken, no good in the microwave. If I get fried chicken, I want to eat it when I get home. Reheating it is not very good. Seafood, yep. Guaranteed you dry it out, it says, if it's from the sea. So heat is not ideal unless you like rubbery fish, then go for it. Yeah. Like when we go out for Japanese hibachi, I always bring leftovers home, but I never bring leftover shrimp home. I dig through all there to eat all the shrimp the day that we're there. Otherwise, yeah. And lastly, steak. Yeah. Steak isn't great in the microwave, but it's not the end of the world if you reheat it. Not my favorite. I'd much rather cook a steak, sit down, eat it, and be done with that meal. To be honest, more and more, I'd almost rather make enough food for that night and then cook again the next day. Now that I have the time. When the kids were younger and we were running every which way and doing it, leftovers were great. But for the most part, I'd rather just sit down and cook. Or not sit down. Like, I'd rather make new food every day. It's more enjoyable. Anyway, that's our poll question for today. Up on all of our Facebook pages. What food would you say no way to reheating in the microwave? Let me know. We'll keep you updated throughout the morning. We'll check back in with that.
Weather is brought to you by Jasper County REMC.
Today, sunny with a high of 72. Tonight, slight chance of showers, maybe a thunderstorm overnight with a low of 49. Tuesday, showers, possibly a thunderstorm early with a high of 63. Tuesday night, showers, possibly a thunderstorm as well with a low of 53. Wednesday, showers expected in the afternoon, otherwise cloudy and a high of 59. Wednesday night, small chance of showers overnight and a low of 44.
That's your forecast from the Weather Center.
Joanne, are you sure this is a good idea? You really want me to shoot you out of a cannon?
A buyer called and wanted to know what the roof looked like, so I'm going to get a good picture.
The team at Jenkins Realtors will go above and beyond to help you buy or sell your home. Since 1976, Jenkins Realtors have been helping the people in our community buy the home of their dreams or make that move by selling their home. Call 219-866-5908 or visit JenkinsRealtorsInc.com. Jenkins Realtors, trusted, respected, recommended.
Did you get a good picture?
Step into another season where every visit transforms your home and gift giving into something extraordinary. Explore the enchanting scents of their new Capri Blue line featuring premium scented candles, room sprays, and bath and body items. With Father's Day just around the corner, treat the special dads in your life with their selection of Duke Cannon grooming essentials, one-of-a-kind pilsners, shot glasses, and customizable hats. Ladies, book an exclusive ladies' night out party and create unique trucker hats or baseball caps from the Patch and Accessories Bar at Another Season. For any reason, head over to Another Season at 605 North Halleck Street in DeMont. And don't forget to connect with them on Facebook and Instagram for extra savings and surprises.
George Aid Memorial Healthcare in Brooke, Indiana offers a spectrum of personalized services, whether it's short-term rehabilitation or long-term care. Each resident experiences a tailored approach to their healthcare needs and well-being. Residents engage in community activities, including delightful trips, and can also take advantage of convenient transportation services. George Aid is more than just for the elderly. They have workplace injury, outpatient rehab, and therapy services that ensure every individual's needs are met with expertise and compassion. Visit georgeaid.org or call them at 219-275-2531. George Aid Memorial Healthcare. We care for you in a quiet country setting.
Did you know that Jasper County REMC offers scholarships for local students along with fun and educational opportunities throughout the year? Whether it's learning about how state government runs and how bills become laws, to fun and educational camps along with life-changing educational adventures. To find out more about the opportunities Jasper County REMC provides for local students, visit jasperremc.com and click on the Community tab and then select Student Opportunities.
Brad Gutwein from Gutwein Motor Company in Monon.
In a small town, it's how you treat your customer. You treat everybody the way you want to be treated. It really is that simple. We have customers that we've been doing business with for 4 generations, and that is only because they trust us, we trust them, and that's the way you've got to build your business. We got to build any business.
Gutwein Motor Company in Monon has been serving the surrounding area for over 80 years.
Cars 80 years ago were pretty simple. But one thing that hasn't changed, the customer wants to feel like they're in charge of the transaction. They know what's going on and they are comfortable with what's happening. That I don't think has ever changed. We always want to be upfront with the customer, tell them exactly what's happening, exactly the process that's going to happen. One thing I would like to say to everybody that has supported us over the 80 years, thank you very much. You like the way we do business at Gutwein Motor Company in Monon.
When I say I've got my hands full in the morning, I mean it. No time to dilly-dally, which is where McDonald's comes in. Now I can get 2 of my favorites, the Sausage McMuffin with egg and the Sausage, Egg, and Cheese McGriddles for just $6. It's the fuel I need to start my day, along with my favorite morning flavors and a single savory bite. Breakfast shouldn't be a handful, unless I'm holding a breakfast sandwich. It's truly the only thing that gets me up and out of the house, ready to jump into whatever I've got going for the day. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba. Prices and participation may vary. Cannot be combined with any other offer or combo meal. Single item at regular price.
Touhyville. 2 Touhies, no waiting.
What day is it?
Today is going to be the day. Yay! I love Mondays.
It's also Manic Monday.
What are you working on these days? What's going on for you? What's your current project?
All right, just living the dream.
What's on your plate these days? What's coming up for you? What's on the next page?
Another day, another dollar.
What are you working on?
Working hard or hardly working.
Here we go.
It's your showtime, folks.
Good morning. Happy Monday. Steve Touhy with you here, hanging out and doing our thing on a delightful Monday morning. Cheryl's out today. She's hanging out with our daughter in Arizona. She'll be out all this week. We got plenty of fun things going on throughout the week. We'll have our poll question. We got silly stories. Sergeant Fifield going to join me a little bit later on. Good morning, Tim. What's happening this morning?
Oh, not too much. It's just out of the head down here. Hey, Steve, I got a suggestion for you.
Okay.
It's a suggestion. It's up to you.
Sure.
Instead of going up to Chicago, when you guys go ahead and take a trip to go to Midway, fly out of Indy. It's a lot easier.
Yeah, you know, yeah, I had a few folks say that. When we were booking the trip, we actually looked at Indy, and it turned out it was going to be cheaper for her to go Southwest out of Midway. So we looked at all of them. We looked at O'Hare, we looked at Indy, we looked at Midway just for the cheapest flight for the week that she was going, and that was the best way. But yeah, we've thought about going to Indy before. So I always fly out of O'Hare. I always fly out of O'Hare when I go because my folks live about 10 minutes from there. And so I just park in their garage and then I go right out of O'Hare, so I don't have to pay for parking. But yep, no, a lot of folks have mentioned that. So have yourself a great day, Tim. Enjoy Florida.
You too, bud.
Thanks. Oh yeah. A few folks have mentioned going to Indy, and obviously, we would have missed that accident. But I mean, there's lots of accidents on 65. I don't know if I just notice it more now because I live here than I did when I was over in Illinois. But man, oh man, yeah, there's a lot of them. Julie and Tina say good morning. Good morning to both of you. Thanks for hanging out this morning.
What's the buzz? Tell me what's happening. What's the buzz? Tell me what's happening. What's the buzz? Tell me what's happening. What's the buzz? Tell me what's happening.
All right, let's see what's happening. 10 inmates escaped a New Orleans jail by dismantling a toilet. Police say they have nothing to go on. Hello. Nothing to go on. President Trump posted over the weekend that Taylor Swift is no longer hot, and he hit back at Bruce Springsteen for comments he made at a concert. It's good to see we're covering the important things first. Then we'll worry about the rest of the country. But wait, I've got celebrities to say bad stuff about. Just saying, come on, man. Bring back Celebrity Apprentice. Just do it. Mentioned earlier that today is World Inflammatory Bowel Disease Day, or as they call it, a Chipotle Monday. Regular Monday, Chipotle. A new study finds that tea and chocolate may help lower your blood pressure. Also, I've found the best way to keep your blood pressure low, don't watch the news. It'll help you a lot. Experts say eating a high-fat diet keeps you drowsy during the day, which is exactly why during the next break I'm going to take a nap. Tom Cruise and Cuba Gooding Jr. reunited at Cannes over the weekend. This time when Cuba walked up to him and said, "Show me the money." He was serious. He was asking if he could borrow some money. Haven't had a lot of acting gigs in a while. The Foo Fighters fired their drummer, which apparently means one thing. He has decided to stop fighting the Foo. Will not do that any longer. Pete Townsend of The Who turns 80 today. Of course, nowadays when Townsend says, "Who are you?" he really means it. He can't remember who you are. Is it, "Who are you?" No, I'm serious. Woo, 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 woo. And lastly, Bill Belichick told Good Morning America that Jordan Hudson, his girlfriend, is terrific because she told him to off camera. She said, "Tell him I'm terrific." She's terrific. How'd you guys meet? We're not talking about that, but she's great. Really, she's fantastic. Yeah, having fun here on a Monday morning. Thanks for hanging out with us. Kent saying good morning. Good morning, Kent. Thank you for stopping by. We appreciate it. Portions of the show today brought to us by our friends over at the Good Table Restaurant in Kentland. Stop by. What I suggest is you go and like the Good Table on Facebook because you're going to see their daily specials each day right around 9 or so. Usually right at the end of the show, they get their specials up on their Facebook page for the day. So along with a list of specials, some restaurants you go to, like today's special is, blah, blah, blah. I don't know, bass with a gratin potato. I don't know, whatever. I have no idea where that one came from. But anyway, the Good Table has a list of specials along with their giant menu. So check out the Good Table in Kentland. Also, want to mention our friends over at Jasper County Community Services, always having something good going on for those 55 and older. Not to mention their regular things that they have going, okay? So like the Fozzie Senior Center. The third Thursday of each month, which I believe is going to be this Thursday. Let's see. Oh, no, it was last Thursday because the first was a Thursday. But each third Thursday of the month at the Fozzie Senior Center, they do Surprise with Alicia. Come join them for an afternoon surprise activity. So make your plans for that. This Thursday, though, at the Fozzie Senior Center on State Road 10 in DeMott, they're doing Fruit and veggie bingo. How do you like that? $12.15. Lunch served Monday through Friday for those 60 and older. A $2 donation is requested. Fruit and veggie bingo, though, is this Thursday at the Fozzie Senior Center. Also, they're playing Wheel of Fortune. I believe this is, whoops, that one's last week. Sorry. Today at the Rensselaer Senior Center, they're doing a puzzle competition. You enjoy working puzzles, fun competition, doing 100-piece puzzles with your peers. That's today at 12:15 at the Rensselaer Senior Center. So make your plans for that. So many good things that they're doing for those 55 and older in the area at the go and like Jasper County Community Services on Facebook. So you can follow along with all the good stuff that they do. Because we share some of it here, but can't get to everything, every show. So this way you're on top of it if you go to the Jasper County Community Services on Facebook. All right. Let's see some of the things that we have going on here in our world. Dog owners say they receive more support from their canine companions than from any human relationship except their children. This makes 100% sense. One, because we assume that. Listen, I love Ace more than anything. I assume he loves me more than anything. But I don't know that. There's no way for us. Do you really? How are you getting support from your dog? You assume that it's support. They might be thinking, ugh, what is he whining about now? I don't understand what he's saying, but it sounds very whiny. I'm just saying. We don't know. We think. We don't know. But it's nice to think that way. Also, our dogs never complain to us about stuff, so we feel supported. Our dogs don't tell us what we've done wrong, really, ever. I mean, they might bark, they might whine, but they don't really tell us what we've done wrong. So we feel that it's unconditional love and support, but we don't know. It's kind of a silly question to ask people. I don't watch a lot of news. That may surprise you. But I saw this yesterday, and I don't really understand how it happened. A Mexican Navy ship that was, I assume it was all lit up, so I assume it was some kind of like show thing, ran into the Brooklyn Bridge on Saturday night. If you haven't seen it, I'm gonna see if I can share the video on our video. But it's very strange. Here's an eyewitness talking about what happened.
Like, we saw clearly that the mast was too high, and we saw people unfortunately dangling. There were people on the mast.
That's what I didn't understand either. So it was a sailboat, okay? So I assume it wasn't going that fast. Couldn't people have gotten down from there before they got to the bridge? I guess I don't understand the entire thing. So, all right, I hear this on our video. If you're watching our video on YouTube or on Facebook, okay, so I can get past USA Today's 100 commercials for this thing. Okay, can I please just watch the boat crashing into the thing with the thing and the stuff in the place, please? Wow. Okay, skip ad. Thank you. All right.
What?
Yeah, at that point. Brooklyn Bridge and just pieces of the mast were broken. People were killed. Reporting say the ship lost power just before crashing into the bridge. All ships sailing and detailed training. Ran right into the bridge. The mast broke off. I don't understand how this happened.
There were people like all standing on the mats. They were like holding lights. Obviously, when the mats got hit, there were people dangling, and I think at least one or two people we saw like fall down.
The captain that was maneuvering the ship lost, power of the ship and the current, mechanical function.
You think?
Forced the ship to go right into the pillar of the bridge, hitting the mast of the ship where there was a couple of sailors on top of it. These sailors were injured as a result of the mast striking the bridge.
Well, it says here the accident killed 2 sailors, injured more than a dozen others on board. I don't understand this at all. And obviously I'm not a sailor, so I don't have expertise in this, but yeah, I don't understand how that happens. I mean, was the bridge supposed to be up? And they went to the wrong spot? Or it didn't look like the bridge was up. Maybe they were going to the wrong place. I don't understand any of it. All I know is it was bad. And I could see, I guess, how far out do you realize you're going towards this and you're just going to have to bail? And I don't know how that works on masts. Like, is there not a way to come down? I don't know. Again, I'm not a sailor. I know on pirate ships, in movies, I've seen people just slide down. That's not realistic, but just saying. It's just one of those things that's like, I don't know, all bad. Just all bad there. It was no good in any aspect. So sad tragedy, but also I have to think somehow was avoidable. I don't know how far out do you not know you can't control this. You can't figure it out. I don't get it. Seems very weird to me. So anyway, all right. We're going to take a break. When we come back, we've got Find the Big Deal with Strachan Van Til. And we'll have Terry Fagley from Cornerstone Real Estate joining us. And, of course, Frank with sports. So stick around. Plenty of stuff going on this morning. And then coming up about 7:30 this morning, we'll be joined by Sergeant Fifield from the Indiana State Police Lowell Patrol. We're going to talk with him about a memorial they're doing tomorrow. Also about this truck fire on 65 and what happens when that goes on, because I was curious myself being stuck in it. So we're going to talk with him about that and just kind of do some fun stories, and just he's going to fill in for Cheryl a little bit while we tackle some silly stuff as well. So lots of fun stuff still to come throughout the morning.
So you're telling me I can get any Quiznos 8-inch sub for $5.55 after 5?
Yep.
So I can order an 8-inch Baja Chicken Club for $5.55 after 5?
Yep.
Or a Black Angus Steakhouse for $5.55 after 5?
Yes. Or a French dip, or a steakhouse cheddar, or a peppercorn steak.
For $5.55 after 5?
Yes. Only at Quiznos in Wheatfield, right across from KV.
$5.55 after 5 for any 8-inch sub at the Quiznos in Wheatfield. Cannot be combined with any other offer. Download the Quiznos app today.
When life takes you places and you can't get to the store, shop online with the new Strachan Van Til to go. It's easy to use. Register using your rewards account login and password. Fill your virtual shopping cart. Choose delivery or pickup. Once your order is in, our own Strachan Van Til team preps your order with care. With our to-go service, you can earn reward points and save money with your online coupons and weekly ad prices. Life made simple. Food made easy. For more information or to sign up, visit shop.strachanvantil.com.
Life is about connecting. Music, email, movies, shopping, social media, gaming, and streaming. Nitco is here to help you with all that technology has to offer. Nitco offers high-speed internet for your home or business. Nitco has an incredible lineup of TV channels for all your viewing needs with television the way you want it. Nitco also is your home for telephone service. Need all three? Nitco has great savings when you bundle. Visit nitco.com today or call 1-800-621-2344 because life is about connecting with Nitco.
Gladspa Pharmacy is your neighborhood pharmacist. At Gladspa, Angie and her team go above and beyond and are there to answer all of your questions with knowledge and care to keep your family at their healthiest or to help your family get nursed back to health. Gladspa Pharmacy is about more than just medication refills. They carry beautiful gift items and collectibles, including candles, balloons, toys, and greeting cards. Check out Gladspa's wide variety of CBD and daily vitamin supplements. Need your annual flu or COVID vaccine to stay healthy this season? Call for your appointment today. Visit Gladspa Pharmacy at 500 South Grand Street in Fowler or visit online at gladspapharmacy.com. Gladspa Pharmacy, their family caring for yours.
When I say I've got my hands full in the morning, I mean it. No time to dilly-dally, which is where McDonald's comes in. Now I can get two of my favorites, the Sausage McMuffin with Egg and the Sausage, Egg, and Cheese McGriddles for just $6. It's the fuel I need to start my day, along with my favorite morning flavors and a single savory bite. Breakfast shouldn't be a handful, unless I'm holding a breakfast sandwich. It's truly the only thing that gets me up and out of the house, ready to jump into whatever I've got going for the day. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba. Prices and participation may vary. Cannot be combined with any other offer or combo meal. Single item at regular price.
Many nonprofits struggle with staffing issues, but through Senior Community Service Employment Program, or CSEP, 501c3s with limited budgets can get cost-free supplemental employees while helping train people 55 and over for a new career. Trainees are motivated, reliable workers, and their wages are completely covered by the Indiana Department of Workforce Development. To learn more, go to backtowork.dwd.in.gov. That's backtowork.dwd.in.gov.
$5,000. That's the average amount of money people in the U.S. are now spending on gas in a year. $5,000. That's crazy. If you drive, you have to download Upside, the free app that gives you cash back every time you get gas. That's right. You can earn real cash back with Upside just by buying the gas you're already buying. You can literally start earning cash back today.
I use Upside every time I fill up, and I've already made around $200-$300.
You're putting gas in your car anyway. Why not get real cash back? If you like free money, download Upside.
I'm saving the cash I earn from using Upside to help pay for a vacation later this year.
Download the free Upside app now to earn cash back every time you buy gas. Use promo code MOVE to get an extra 25 cents per gallon on your first tank. You can cash out anytime right to your bank, PayPal, or a gift card for Amazon and other brands. Just download the free Upside app and use promo code MOVE for a 25 cents per gallon bonus on your first tank. That's code MOVE for a 25 cents per gallon bonus.
If you have unfiled taxes or are in debt to the IRS, this is important news. Did you know the IRS has programs specifically designed to help people struggling with tax debt? Powerful tax assistance programs that can save you thousands if you qualify. No one knows these programs better than the experts at Optima Tax Relief, America's most trusted tax resolution firm, A-rated by the Better Business Bureau. Their award-winning team of tax attorneys and licensed professionals have resolved over $1 billion of tax debt for their clients. One call to Optima can start the process, helping to end your worries about wage garnishment, asset seizure, and other IRS actions. Make sure you're getting the best options to solve your tax problems. Call the experts at Optima today for a free confidential consultation.
Call 800-707-4522. 800-707-4522. 800-707-4522.
Optima Tax Relief.
Some restrictions apply. For complete details, please visit OptimaTaxRelief.com.
97.7 FM, WLQI, Rensselaer.
Time for a check of news. This check of news brought to us by Ned Tonner, attorney at law, located across from Milroy Park in Rensselaer. Here's Russ Martin.
Another large truck incident in the northbound lanes of Interstate 65, about a mile and a half south of State Road 2 in Lake County, backed up traffic for many hours on Saturday. A press release from the state police said the investigation revealed a semi and trailer had exited the construction lane restriction and had a sudden tire failure, causing the driver to lose control and both the cab and trailer overturned, catching catching fire and blocking both lanes. The driver, who was not identified, was able to escape and was taken to an area hospital with non-life-threatening injuries. Like the incident 3 weeks ago, the old asphalt needed to be replaced with new by a contractor. Northbound traffic was once again routed off at I-65 at State Road 10. The stretch of I-65 was reopened at 5:30 p.m. Saturday. This is the third major truck incident on Interstate 65 between State Road 10 and State Road 2 in the last 3 weeks. 3 fire departments were at the scene of a detached garage fire Friday evening about 4 miles north of Goodland. First responders from Goodland, Brook Iroquois Township, and Kentland Jefferson Township were at the scene of the Mark and Brenda Van Vliet residence for less than an hour. No one was injured, and there was no cause of the fire listed in the social media post. Now with more news, here's Chris Locken.
A federal judge denied a bid by 5 news outlets to guarantee media access to Indiana's next execution, set for just after midnight Tuesday. During a Friday morning hearing in Evansville in Indiana's Southern District, lawyers representing 5 news entities argued that a state law barring press from witnessing state executions violates the First Amendment. The plaintiffs asked Judge Matthew Brookman to issue a preliminary injunction that would block the state law for now and ensure that journalists have access to the scheduled execution of death row inmate Benjamin Ritchie at the Indiana State Prison in Michigan City, as well as future executions during the pendency of the case. Up for debate as well is a Department of Corrections policy that says press shall not be permitted to witness the execution. In a 14-page ruling issued late Friday, Brookman rejected the preliminary injunction request, writing in his order that executions fall outside the criminal adjudication process, meaning First Amendment protections do not apply. Brookman also rejected the argument that Indiana's law discriminates against journalists by allowing spiritual advisors and family members to attend while barring the press. The ruling means that Tuesday's execution will proceed without independent media witnesses unless Ritchie names a reporter as one of his 5 personal guests. Indiana is one of 27 states with the death penalty, but only one of 2 states, along with Wyoming, that doesn't include media witnesses at executions. 2 Indiana State troopers found themselves in a unique position early Saturday morning as they responded to a medical emergency on I-65 southbound near the 163-mile marker in Tippecanoe County. Upon arrival, the troopers found a woman in active labor accompanied by the baby's father and grandmother. It was evident that the baby wouldn't wait. Troopers Fike and McCormick assisted with the delivery of a healthy baby boy right there on the side of the highway. Shortly after the birth, Tippecanoe County EMS arrived on scene and transported both the mother and newborn to a local hospital for further care. The Indiana State Police commend Troopers Fike and McCormick for their quick response, professionalism, and composure during a truly unforgettable moment. And finally, the Indiana State Police Lowell District will be conducting their annual memorial service on Tuesday at 11 a.m. During the ceremony, Indiana State Police will honor the 49 men and women who have died in the line of duty. The ceremony will take place at the Indiana State Police Post in Lowell. And that's a look at your news. Have yourself a great day.
Are you facing a difficult family law decision involving a dissolution or a post-dissolution matter? Hi, this is Ned Tonner. Family law can be extremely challenging. For over 25 years, I've helped clients navigate through life's difficult times. We meet, identify issues, take action steps, and discuss and set up a plan. Call me today to discuss your case.
Ned Tonner, attorney at law, is located on West Washington Street in Rensselaer, across from Milroy Park. Call 866-8888 to schedule your appointment.
Local obituaries are sponsored by Jackson Funeral Chapels.
Respect, dignity, compassion. 3 simple words, yet they mean a great deal to us. They represent those values we strive to offer each and every family we serve, just as we have for nearly 70 years. Jackson Funeral Chapels, Jackson Monuments, and Memory Garden Cemetery.
98-year-old Lillian Glass of DeMott passed away May 16th. Services for Lillian Glass will be held at the DeMott Cemetery at 11 a.m. on Tuesday, May 20th, with Pastor Troy Daniga officiating. Portsmouth Funeral Home in Wheatfield has been entrusted with the arrangements. That's a look at your area funeral arrangements brought to you by Jackson Funeral Chapels.
Weather sponsored by Rensselaer Care Center, recently named by Newsweek one of America's best nursing homes.
Today, sunny with a high of 72. Tonight, slight chance of showers, maybe a thunderstorm overnight with a low of 49. Tuesday, showers, possibly a thunderstorm early with a high of 63. Tuesday night, showers, possibly a thunderstorm as well with a low of 53. Wednesday, showers expected in the afternoon, otherwise cloudy and a high of 59. Wednesday night, small chance of showers overnight and a low of 44.
That's your forecast from the Weather Center.
The Hoosier Lottery is proud to build a stronger, safer, smarter Indiana. Since 1989, with your help, we have given back more than $7 billion to good causes across the state. Learn more at HoosierLottery.com/givingback. Play responsibly.
Welcome to Touhyville, 97.7 The Q and 98 Gold. It's time for a look at sports. It's brought to us by our friends over at Nitco. Visit nitco.com today and find out how you can get high-speed internet for your home or your business.
A pleasant good Monday. Here's your sports. I'm Frank Sprinkle. Revisiting Saturday's action in area high school baseball, Rensselaer Central takes a 3-2 loss at Frontier, a 19-2 win for Kankakee Valley over host South Central of Union Mills. 3 Cougars win yard, Graylee Weaver, Zach Eggers, and Jason Parker. Weaver drove in 4, Eggers and Parker each knocked in 3. Luke Basie had 3 hits and 2 RBIs. On the mound, Eggers 5 innings, 8 strikeouts. North Dunan drops both ends of a home doubleheader to Couts, 13-0 and 16-2 respectively. A home doubleheader loss for North White as well, losing to Northfield by finals of 20-6 and 18-1. Tri-County edged out in extra innings in a slugfest to Seeger, the final 12-11. Strikeouts, no walks, a 2-homer game for Stacia Crabtree with 4 RBIs. Kankakee Valley playing 2 at Harrison against 2 different opponents. First game, Cougars topping host Harrison 7-4. 2 of Jessica Beauchaw's hits doubles. She drove in 3. Aubrey Hayner, home run, part of a 2-hit game. Mallory Rose had 3 hits, 2 RBIs. Rose also pitching 5 2/3 innings, 6 strikeouts, no walks. Cougars dropping game 2 to Roncalli, 10-0. The Remington Community Park providing the site for host Tri-County's Twin Bill sweep over Clinton Central. Cavaliers claiming game 1, 17-2. Cammie Wilkerson, a 5 RBI game with 2 RBIs. Reese Johnson knocked in 3, which included a double and a home run, a pair of singles, 2 RBIs for Lauren Bledsoe. Cavaliers then winning the nightcap 12-5 behind strong pitching from Grace Luck. A complete game, 7 innings, 13 strikeouts, and a walk. Luck also homering, part of a 2-hit game with 2 RBIs. Bella Dominguez win yard as well. 3 hits for both Madeline Nevitt and Cammie Wilkerson, each with a double. Wilkerson and RBI. Benton Central losing both ends of their doubleheader at Logansport. The final scores 14-0 and 11-0. Major League Baseball's first ever rivalry weekend in the books as the Cubs claim the first leg of the 2025 edition of the Crosstown Showdown, completing a 3-game Wrigley Field sweep yesterday afternoon, taking the finale over the White Sox 6-2. The turning point in the 6th, Cubs producing a 3-spot, taking the lead on a Pete Crow Armstrong RBI double. Seiya Suzuki then drove in Crow Armstrong from third on a sac fly. Next up, Michael Busch singled in a run. Miguel Vargas went deep for the White Sox in the 4th, his 3rd home run of the series. Cubs lefty reliever Drew Pomeranz earns the win. White Sox starter Jonathan Cannon drops to 2-5, allowing 4 runs over 5 innings. Next up, the White Sox back at Wright Field for a 3-game set with the Seattle Mariners starting tonight. Also tonight, the Cubs get underway a 3-game series at the Miami Marlins. NBA playoffs, the Oklahoma City move on to the Western Conference Finals, taking Game 7 at home yesterday afternoon in their semifinal, 125-93 over the Denver Nuggets. The Thunder, best team in the NBA this season, open up the Western Conference Finals at home tomorrow night against the Minnesota Timberwolves. NHL Stanley Cup playoffs, the quest for a repeat still alive for the defending champion Florida Panthers, defeating the Toronto Maple Leafs 6-1 north of the border in Game 7 of their Eastern Conference semifinal. Panthers head off to Carolina, meet the Hurricanes in Game 1 of the Eastern Conference Finals tomorrow night. And the pole position for this Sunday's Indianapolis 500 achieved yesterday at the Brickyard by 25-year-old rookie driver Robert Schwarzman. And that's a look at your sports for this Monday. I'm Frank Sprinkle.
Life is about connecting. Music, email, movies, shopping, social media, gaming, and streaming. Nitco is here to help you with all that technology has to offer. Nitco offers high-speed internet for your home or business. Nitco has an incredible lineup of TV channels for all your viewing needs with television the way you want it. Nitco also is your home for telephone service. Need all three? Nitco has great savings when you bundle. Visit nitco.com today or call 1-800-621-2344 because life is about connecting with Nitco.
Let's play Find the Big Deal with Strachan Van Til. Give me a call, 219-866-4104. Looking for the price today on Cremette Pasta on sale this week at Strachan Van Til. 219-866-4104. Let me know the price on that. You'll be entered in for a chance to win that $50 gift card from Strachan Van Til and Touhyville. Good luck.
Hey, it's Mike Rohn. If I have a choice, I like to do business with companies that actually stand for something. That's why I switched from Verizon to Pure Talk. No offense to Verizon, I'm sure they stand for something. I just don't know what it is. Pure Talk, on the other hand, is a veteran-owned company that supports our military in a big way, and I appreciate that. Yeah, I also appreciate unlimited talk and text and plenty of data for half the cost of the big guys, and I do like being on America's most dependable 5G network for just $20 a month, but what I really appreciate is no contract, no cancellation fees, and Pure Talk's commitment to handle all their customer service in this country. I saw it for myself. I went to Georgia. I got a tour of their headquarters. I met their CEO, and I talked to the same customer service folks that you'll talk to when you dial pound 250 and say keyword Mike Rowe. Switch today and save 50% off your first month when you dial pound 250 and say keyword Mike Rowe. Pure Talk, a wireless company that actually stands for something.
All right, we had a few folks get in this morning. Joe in Rensselaer, Tammy in Hebron, and Carla in Rensselaer all getting in to let me know that Cremette Pasta is on sale this week, 5 for $5 at Strachan Van Til. It's a good week to go pick up some pasta. All right, you can get yourself registered in the second chance to get registered on our Facebook page. It's up there on the WLQI and 98 Gold Facebook pages for your chance. Just comment with the same price and the same item. You'll be entered in for a chance to win. Of course, don't forget, you can always shop online at Strachan Van Til. Visit StrachanVanTil.com. Use your reward points, in-store sale prices, coupons, all that good stuff. Strachan Van Til, life made simple, food made easy. Visit StrachanVanTil.com.
Well, Jeff, the news seems to be full of supply chain issues, delayed shipping, rising prices, and inflation. How's that affecting us here at Bjerk's Fine Jewelry?
Honestly, Liz, not in the least bit. Our prices are sharp as ever. Our values are the best in the business. You can compare the mega box stores, the internet, or even the big city diamond districts, and you still won't find the deals we offer.
Well, that will make our customers very happy, but I've heard that many businesses are struggling to find product and maintain inventories.
Not here at Bjerk's Fine Jewelry. We work very hard with our suppliers to make sure diamonds, gemstones, and jewelry continue to arrive and keep our selection fresh and exciting.
So let me get this straight. Our customers can stroll into Bjerk's and still get unbeatable prices, top-notch quality, first-class service, and the area's largest inventory to make the perfect jewelry choice?
You summed that up pretty well, Liz. But don't forget, we also have the area's largest selection of coins and precious metals bullion. Some dealers have really struggled to source sufficient quantities, but here at Bjerk's, we are fully stocked.
You know, Jeff, we're pretty lucky to have been serving the Lafayette community for over 75 years.
Shop smart, shop Bjerk's, Bjerk's.com.
Rios Granite specializes in granite and quartz countertops. You'll get luxury that matches your unique style. Enjoy an exquisite and functional outdoor space perfect for entertaining or relaxing with Rios outdoor kitchens or barbecue grill islands. Rios Granite has a diverse range of options for patio flooring that's durable for the Midwest winters and looks incredible too. Visit their brand new showroom at 8231 South 650 West, just south of St. Joe's, or explore online at riosgranite.com. Like and follow them on Facebook and Instagram. Book your appointment today. Rios Granite, sculpting stone, shaping homes. Se habla español.
Season to season, cab to cab, Ag Leader connects your entire farm. Ag Leader makes it easy to seamlessly connect your equipment and devices year-round and help you tackle farm decisions on the go, 24/7. Peterson Ag Service is your local Ag Leader dealer. Contact us at 765-314-3276 to get your full farm solution. There's only one way to do it all. Ag Leader.
Here we go again.
Here we go again.
Here we go again.
Another
Monday. Here we go again.
Let's get this over with.
Let's get this over with.
Let's get this done.
One of the great things about this show is that it's smart, but it's so silly.
Really? But silly in a way that doesn't make me cringe.
Sounds like a winner.
Good enough for a
Monday morning.
Okay.
Showtime.
Welcome to Touhyville. Steve Touhy with you here, flying solo on a Monday morning. Thank you guys so much for getting up with us and hanging out this morning here in Touhyville. I appreciate it. Of course, Monday's always a little bit brighter when we welcome in Terry Fagley from Cornerstone Real Estate. Good morning, Terry. How are you?
Good morning. I am great. How are you?
I'm delightful. Kind of a crazy weekend. I was talking about that so many meteorologists. I talked with Chris Locken, myself, other people I've talked to on radio, and I'm sure yourself. I've never gotten an alert on my phone that said dust storm in the area.
Wasn't that the eeriest thing? We were on our way to Monticello and we had to turn around. We couldn't even see past the front of the truck.
Oh, you're kidding.
We were like, oh my gosh, what is this? No. And it was really scary. It was like fog, only corn cobs and all these things were hitting the truck. And I mean, it was crazy.
Wow. See, and I thought it was bad, just being out. I mean, I took Ace out for a quick walk, not thinking I knew there was dust out there. You could see it in the air, but I didn't realize till I was outside. And then it was in my eyes, it was in my mouth. And I went, wow, this is no good. And pieces of trees are falling off and stuff. And so we have a lot of trees on our lot. So it's but yeah, so that was but I couldn't imagine being in the car. That's that had to be scary. So well, thankfully everyone back safely and good to go here on a Monday morning. So what's going on in the world of real estate today?
Well, we're going to talk about home inspections, which I know is something that I mention quite a bit, but the reason that I do is because it is so incredibly important to know the house that you're purchasing and the condition it's in, from the roof to the crawl space or the basement. The reason that I stress getting a home inspection is because a lot of people never go in their crawl space. A lot of people never go in their attic. And that is where you can find the most problems. So whether it is an open junction box, which means like an outlet or a light switch that has the wires there and there's nothing covering it, rodents can do that and they can cause real problems, for you, whether it be in your electrical or fire or whatever. Also in the attic and the crawl spaces where mold is. So these home inspections are not just something that I say, you really need a home inspection. You really need a home inspection. And again, that's because the seller, since they bought that home, I can almost guarantee you they've never been in their crawl space unless they've had a problem. If they store things in their attic, maybe they are up and around there, but most people are not, because let's face it, it's cold in the winter and it's really hot in the summer. So again, I'm not saying this just to, try to tell you need to spend money on something, but home inspections are really, really important. So if you have any questions about real estate, give us a call, 219-866-4528. We would love to see you. We would love to be your agent, whether you're buying or selling. So let Cornerstone's Real Estate Experience work for you.
Thank you so much, Terry. Have yourself a wonderful week.
Thanks, you too. Bye.
Bye-bye. There she is, Terry Fagley from Cornerstone Real Estate. You can visit online at cornerstoneshomes.com. And, of course, on Facebook, go and look for Cornerstone Real Estate as well. Always nice to have Terry in and hanging out with us. So, speaking of hanging out, coming up in a little bit, Sergeant Fifield from the Indiana State Police is going to be on. He's going to kind of fill in for Cheryl for the second half of the show. So that'll be coming up in just a little bit. We'll hang out with him, talk with him a little bit about all this stuff, this crazy stuff from the weekend, as well as some important stuff that they're doing tomorrow, Memorial tomorrow for officers. So we're going to take a break. We'll come back, get Sergeant Fifield all set up, and hang out the rest of the morning. So stick around.
Weather is brought to you by Jasper County REMC.
Today, sunny with a high of 72. Tonight, slight chance of showers, maybe a thunderstorm overnight with a low of 49. Tuesday, showers, possibly a thunderstorm early with a high of 63. Tuesday night, showers, possibly a thunderstorm as well with a low of 53. Wednesday, showers expected in the afternoon, otherwise cloudy and a high of 59. Wednesday night, small chance of showers overnight and a low of 44.
That's your forecast from the Weather Center.
Hello. Hey, man. I need your help.
Doing what?
Well, see, I'm clearing out the garage and I need help loading my truck and taking the junk to the landfill. It should only be 3 or maybe 4 or 5 or 6 trips.
Just get a dumpster from Patriot Dumpster Service instead. It'll be faster.
A dumpster? Oh, I don't want to spend a lot on this.
Not so fast, my friend. Patriot Dumpster Service has very reasonable and competitive rates. Plus, they'll help you get the right size dumpster for your job. They drop it off, you fill it up, and they'll come back and take it away. No fuss, no muss.
How do I get a hold of them?
Just go to patriotdumpster.in and click on Book Now. Pick the dates you need the dumpster for, and it's yours for up to 14 days.
Well, that sounds easy.
Oh, it is, and you don't have to worry about scratching up your truck and getting hurt with all that loading and unloading.
Thanks. So when are you coming over?
I gotta go.
I wish my friends were as dependable as Patriot Dumpster Service.
Let the friendly and reliable team at Patriot Dumpster Service, a family-owned and operated company that puts their customers first. Patriot Dumpster Service, serving Valpo to Monticello and Catlin to Wanata and all points in between. You can trust Patriot Dumpster Service to handle your waste management needs with integrity, reliability, and a genuine dedication to your satisfaction. Visit them today at patriotdumpster.in.
Did you know that Jasper County REMC offers scholarships for local students along with fun and educational opportunities throughout the year? Whether it's learning about how state government runs and how bills become laws, to fun and educational camps along with life-changing educational adventures. To find out more about the opportunities Jasper County REMC provides for local students, visit jasperremc.com and click on the Community tab and then select Student Opportunities.
When life takes you places and you can't get to the store, shop online with the new Strachan Van Til to Go. It's easy to use. Register using your rewards account login and password. Fill your virtual shopping cart. Choose delivery or pickup. Once your order is in, our own Strachan Van Til team preps your order with care. With our to-go service, you can earn reward points and save money with your online coupons and weekly ad prices. Life made simple. Food made easy. For more information or to sign up, visit shop.strachanvantil.com.
Training for a new job after 55 can be challenging, but through Senior Community Service Employment Program, or CSEP, unemployed workers 55 and over can receive on-the-job training in preparation for a new role. You can even get paid for your training time. To see if you qualify, call 765-830-WORK. That's 765-830-WORK. Then, armed with a new set of skills, get out there and start your second act.
Life is about connecting. Music, email, movies, shopping, social media, gaming, and streaming. Nitco is here to help you with all that technology has to offer. Nitco offers high-speed internet for your home or business. Nitco has an incredible lineup of TV channels for all your viewing needs with television the way you want it. Nitco also is your home for telephone service. Need all three? Nitco has great savings when you bundle. Visit nitco.com today or call 1-800-621-2344 because life is about connecting with Nitco.
What is 988?
It's a free 24-hour suicide and crisis lifeline.
And what is a crisis?
Maybe something you experience so often.
You don't even think it's a crisis.
Anxiety over money.
A stressful relationship.
Concerns about a loved one's mental health.
If you are experiencing thoughts of suicide or mental health or substance use crisis, call or text 988.
It's a listening ear.
And it's a way forward.
The Whistle Stop has entered the breakfast territory. Every Saturday and Sunday, they're offering irresistible breakfast buffets from 8 until 1 p.m. Eastern. Hearty biscuits and gravy, crispy bacon, perfectly scrambled eggs, fluffy French toast, waffles, and savory sausage are all waiting for you. All are invited to the Monon Connection Museum after your morning feast that you won't soon forget. Don't miss the Breakfast Express at the Whistle Stop Restaurant, US 421 in Monon. Be sure to like it on Facebook.
Touhyville. 2 Touhies, and that's a lot of Touhy.
It is a beautiful Monday.
Welcome back.
Welcome back. Welcome back. Where?
Back to work.
Back to work. I have got a serious case of the Mondays.
I'd rather be anywhere than here.
Hashtag Grr Mondays.
Oh, come on now.
Let's try and keep a positive perspective on all this, okay?
Okay, sure. I'm positive. I don't want to be here.
Touche.
Okay, then.
Let the freak show begin.
Showtime.
All right, welcome to Touhyville. Thanks for hanging out with us here on a delightful Monday morning. And portion of the show is brought to us by Supercuts. Don't just settle for a regular cut when you can head over and get yourself a Supercut in Rensselaer and Lowell. They also have tanning available in Rensselaer and Lowell. Also want to mention our friends over at Model 1 Chevrolet of Kentland. Visit Model1Chevrolet.com and find out why they are your trusted Chevrolet dealership in Kentland. Sure, it's a new name, new owners, but the same great folks that you've gotten used to at Alsop Chevrolet, as well as Emerson Sonograth. Same great folks. They'll take care of you. Same great service as well in the service department taking care of your car. That's Model 1 Chevrolet of Kentland.com. All right, so I was chit-chatting with Sergeant Glenn Fifield over the weekend and about being stuck in this terrible accident on 65 that we'll get to in a minute. And you said, who's filling in for Cheryl on Monday? And I said, nobody, I'm flying solo. You said, well, I'll come in. I said, all right, fine. There you go. So now you're in uniform. You're here. Are you on the job right now? Because I know you said you were working midnights the other day. So I used to talk about my dad. I've talked on the air about my dad, who was a Chicago cop for over 30 years. And when he was the last 3 or 4 years of his career, he worked in evidence of recovered property. So he just would log, a lot of office work, logging property and guns and drugs and things like that, and money. And when money would come in, they'd count it, and and so that was the last couple of years of his career. But when he was in the district, every 30 days was a new shift. Do you guys still do this? Like, is that something the state police do?
No. So we're on 12-hour shifts, and our troops are on permanent days or nights. We went to 12s.
Got it.
Every year the schedule draw comes up, and they can choose if they want to be on days or late or earlies.
Gotcha.
So you're on midnights. You're there for the whole year. So that swing shift back and forth every month or every couple of weeks. That's hard that takes a toll on your body, and that's how I started my career. It was every week. It was days.
Was it really?
Yeah. It was like a week or 2 weeks at a time, which that's rough.
Yeah, no, this was every month, and not the calendar month. It was just every 28 days. Oof. Every 28 days you did. So they had 8-hour days. So it was midnights were, I think, 10 to 6.
That's why I used to work 10 to 6:30.
Yeah, and then you did what it was 6 to 2, and then 2 to 10. So you were on overnights this last weekend.
Yeah, the morning of that crash, I'd worked all night in the construction zone down here at in Rensselaer at the 217 mile marker. They're doing
okay.
They're trying to fix, and everybody knows when you drive on 65 in that area where it says road noise, you have the signs.
Yes.
It's constant. It sounds like you have a flat tire.
Yes.
They're finally trying to fix that.
That's what. So okay. So that was new to me. I was coming from when I first started doing mornings here. I was coming from Bourbonnais, and I would take 10 to 65 and get on there in DeMott. And the first couple of days, I'm like, no, I mean, because I'm coming here to do mornings. I'm like, not a flat tire at 4 o'clock in the morning, And then I got to realize, no, that was just that thing there.
Yes. What they've done is it's the separation or the concrete, it expands, expansion joints, and they put that asphalt in there, or however they did it, and that's how you have that thumping noise. So they're working on getting that fixed.
Okay.
So I was out working midnights in that area to slow down traffic for the workers, and it was Saturday morning. It was my wife's birthday, and I remembered it. Right, points, right, honey? And
listen, say happy birthday to her on the radio. That's got to mean something, right?
Yeah. Happy belated birthday.
Yeah, that's right.
I had it right on time. So to stay out of the doghouse, I went to Strax in Lowell because they opened at 6 instead of the one in DeMont that opens at 7. So I wanted to get home and get to bed. It had been a long night, and went to Strax, got my roses, and was headed home. And they put out the crash there at the 238, so a mile and a half south of the Lowell exit.
Yeah.
And I was the first one there, and I saw the smoke, and I knew it wasn't gonna be good when I saw the smoke. And then I saw the flames. Oh boy, here we go again, part 2 of deja vu.
No kidding. And I mean, this just happened a couple of weeks ago as well. So first, your wife says yes, points. Yeah, there you go. So from my perspective, we're on our way to the airport. We're driving, and I see traffic start to slow down, and I'm like, all right, what's happening? And of course, we're cruising along on our way to the airport. Take Cheryl to the airport for her flight. Her flight was at 9:10 in the morning. So this was 20 after 6, 25 after 6. And so we're like, we got plenty of time. We're in great shape. And then I see flames, and I said, I think that's our lane. Now I start seeing, so this was right at the construction going southbound where it splits into 2 lanes. Like it splits, it gets separated by I don't know what, barricades or something where it splits off.
Right.
So I'm seeing people in the lane coming right next to us. I said, I don't think that's the other side. I think we're stuck. And pretty fast we realized, I mean, we could, from the car, we could see the flames. Yeah. I mean, it was big. It was, and the black smoke. So, pieces of the truck are burning at that point and rubber's burning. So now we're stuck. So here's what I think people would love to know. So you're the first on the scene. What happens? So we know our perspective.
Nothing
we're
happens.
stuck.
As you found out, nothing happens.
No, I know, but I mean, but we know our perspective. We're stuck, and we get on Facebook, and and everybody wants to get on. The friends are Rensselaer, and here's how you tie your shoes in Brook, and here's what's going on over here, and DeMont has a bad Taco Bell, and all these different groups. And everybody says, this is happening too much. Something's got to be done. What's going on with these truckers? These people got to fix the control. It's all everybody's fault.
My fault.
Was it your fault?
It was my fault.
Do people really? I mean, I know joke around, but do people really blame the police for how in the world could the? And I'm not saying this because you're sitting here. I'm not saying it because my dad was a cop. I'm saying it from let's be realistic. How in the world could you guys, you police officers, how could you possibly prevent someone from flipping their truck?
I can't. There's no answer.
Right?
No answer.
How?
And I try to stay away from the comments, but every once in a while,
I know.
Every once in a while, I'll professionally engage.
Listen,
but
listen.
I don't say what I want to say.
Well, it's the same for us as business owners.
Right.
It's the same for us being on the radio. Yeah. I mean, there's times that people get aggravated by something I say, and they assume that they know my politics, which they don't, because I never share my politics on the radio. I will tell you.
Well, we're going to here in a little bit. That's
right,
a great,
sure.
great Monday conversation.
That's what you were hoping to. Yeah, I will make fun of anything and everything. I don't feel like there's a line in comedy.
Yeah.
So when people say, "Well, you make fun of this guy more than that guy," listen. If this guy, does something funny, I'm going to make fun of this guy. This guy does something funny, I'm going to make fun of that guy. Right. So, but let's go back. So you pull up on the scene.
Mm-hmm.
There's a big giant,
ball of fire.
Ball of fire. I assume you're coming southbound.
Mm-hmm.
Because you said you were in Lowell, so you're in the southbound lane. Take us through what goes on for you.
First thing's getting to the scene, and we had an off-duty trooper that was actually just ahead of you.
Got it.
He was technically the first one on the scene. On the other side, I didn't even know he was there because of the smoke and the flames.
Sure.
He was able to get to the driver, crawled out of the truck. He had some burns and scrapes on him.
Okay.
But I'm on the other side.
And as far as we know, the driver is alive and good. Okay.
Yeah,
good.
He was treated and released from the hospital.
So. Oh, great.
But yeah, he's going to be okay. So when I get there, the flames are, if there was anybody in the truck, there's nothing I'm going to be able to do.
Right.
So really, it's just a matter of giving information to dispatch to let the fire department know what we have going on. Find out from the driver of the truck what's in the trailer, if it's anything like hazmat, explosive, anything like that.
Gotcha.
When I first pulled up, I realized right away as I'm driving up to the scene, I've been doing this for like almost 28 years, and so I just go. And I'm like, man, I'm a little bit too close to this fire. This
is hot.
It's hot. It's warm. So I back up and got a little bit further away from it. But there's really not a whole lot we're going to do. Just basically relaying information, contacting NDOT, getting their folks out here to look at the road, because I knew from the previous fire, 3 or 4 weeks ago, that as hot as this was burning, that asphalt was going to be in trouble. And sure enough, it was the exact same thing where they had to cut it away and replace it. But there's really not.
Which they were already working on by the time I was coming back from the airport. They were already out there laying pavement.
Yeah, they got to it pretty quick. So, and really our number one priority, believe it or not, the folks in the backup aren't going to believe it, and you may not believe it either, but is getting the traffic backup cleared, because we know that folks don't want to. They didn't ask to be there.
Sure.
They want to get to their destination, the airport, and we got to get them out of there as quick as possible. You need to have people with, they're hungry, restrooms, run out of gas, whatever the case is.
Sure.
The worst place they can be is sitting on the interstate, not moving. So we're going to get that traffic backup cleared as soon as possible. And what happened the other day with you saw is that we have that concrete barrier there,
right,
separating the north and southbound lanes. So we can't just get people turned around. So once the truck fires out, which it was very windy Saturday morning.
Yeah.
So Saturday morning was windy. So we had to get that the fire out, and then get the truck removed because it was completely blocking the roadway.
Yeah.
And then what they did is we open up traffic very slowly over the damaged asphalt, get traffic cleared, shut the road back down, and that's when they can go to work and start getting replaced.
Okay, so once the truck was out of the way, then even though the road is messed up, you could get people through, because turning around for most wasn't an option. And I had called the dispatch and had asked, like, what's the plan? Like, what do we do? I mean, no duh, we sit. I wasn't trying to be a smart Alex, but but like, what? How does this? Are we just here until it's all cleared out? Like, what do we do? And really, we were looking at it from a standpoint of, okay, so we found out from the airline that we had until 11:10, 2 hours past the flight, to get to the airport. Otherwise, you lose your money, or decide to change your flight. Like, you have to decide.
That's probably no option for you, because I mean, what's money to you?
Right.
I'm really too worried about it.
I'm fine. Yes. So
money is no object to you, Steve.
Of course.
I know this.
Yeah.
Same with me.
Big time business owner. Yeah.
Big deal.
So, yeah. So we were just wondering, like, okay, do we change it? There was a flight at 10:45, and then there was another one at 2:30. Well, as things start to progress, and we're still there at 10:30 or so, we go, okay, our hopeful option is the 2:30 one. So we call, and honestly, and I always say this is for another day, but I come to work every day, and I want to have as much fun as possible, and I want everybody that I'm involved with to enjoy the day as well. I will never understand anybody going to work and wanting to be mad, or wanting to cause an issue. So Cheryl calls Southwest, and the first customer service person we got was amazing. She's like, listen, before you change your flight, it's going to cost you $280. Don't do that. Wait and see if you can get standby, and that doesn't cost you anything. So we're like, okay. Now we're waiting along. We're like, that's not going to happen. So we call again, and the woman says, it's going to be $250, if you want to get on the flight. And Cheryl says, is there anything you can do to help us out? I mean, we're just stuck here. This was not our plan for the day. And she goes, no. And Cheryl says, okay, there's got to be someone above you that has a little bit more power. Can I just talk to somebody? She goes, honestly, we don't have supervisors. I could send you to another customer service agent. She goes, all right, let's give it a shot. Go for it. That one moved her flight, gave her a one-time courtesy. It didn't charge her anything. Was super phenomenal, unbelievable, great. So taking a bad situation, turning it into a nice situation. So now we know we've got her set up for 2:30. Now we're thinking, how do we get out of here by 2:30?
Yeah.
So, and I'm not saying I did this, but hypothetically, had I have done this, we could have turned around, and a couple other people did. The craziest one I saw was there was a box truck that tried to make a U-turn, a big yellow and he's renting a box truck. So I'm not going to say for sure. I'm going to guess that's FedEx. So I see him driving around. So makes a U-turn into one of the two lanes. Like we're past the barricade now. So in my mind, when I had talked to the dispatcher, she said, we're going to end up backing everybody off the road probably. So I thought to myself, this is my luck. I'm going to make a U-turn. Then they're going to stop everybody on that side of the road to be able to get people out. And I'm like, now we're going to be stuck on that side in the same predicament.
Yeah.
So I'm like, I'm just going to wait. Then now we're thinking we may be here too long to even get you there at 2:30. So now what time did traffic end up opening up?
5:30.
No, I mean, that's when they opened the road, but that you were able to get people through. Do you know? Like, was it before noon, you think?
Yes. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, it would have been, yeah.
So we probably would have made it for the 2:31.
Probably.
Yeah. So, but we ended up, traffic was slowed down. So I ended up, allegedly, perhaps, maybe, I'm not even sure if I made a U-turn there. There was no sign that said no U-turn, by the way.
You have your wallet on you? I'm going to need your driver's license, Steve. And if you could run out to your car and get your registration.
I don't even know.
It will knock this out in just like a minute,
minute and a half. I don't know that I did that. I heard that some people may have done it.
Yeah.
No, and we got through.
We see that a lot. We see people making U-turns, and often what we'll do is we'll send troopers down the block those roadways
to stop
for
people
the
from doing
U-turns.
Yeah.
It is very, very dangerous.
So and I'm going to ask on behalf of everybody else. So why isn't that an option? Like so now you got southbound, you got two lanes. Why isn't it an option to stop one of the lanes and people can make the U-turn there? Because that would have cleared out some of the traffic, in my opinion. So
that was actually
professional.
Yeah, that was actually considered
to
do that because we had some first responders that couldn't get through. So when that was going on at the time, we had actually talked about stopping the southbound traffic on that lane that you're talking about, and sending all the southbound in the far right lane. But it actually creates even more of a problem.
Hassle down the road.
Yep, for the southbound traffic. The last thing we want is someone not paying attention, rear-ending somebody. Yeah. We're already dealing with gapers as they're heading southbound, looking over at the other.
Sure, at the fire and everything.
Yeah. So you have to really weigh, the danger and the necessity of getting that traffic out. And once we knew that it was going to be open within a reasonable amount of time to get traffic north of the crash scene, then that was ruled out. But yet,
gotcha.
We consider everything.
I'm sure you do, and that's and honestly, I'm asking because of all those Facebook posts and stuff like that. I want people to, since we've got you here, to kind of understand. To understand
why are we doing this?
No. I want people to understand why. Because growing up in a police family, when I hear all the negative things about police.
Negative. There's negative. I don't know what world you're living in, Steve. I've not heard anything negative.
I grew up around police officers, knowing them personally, and seeing them as my dad's friends, guys that I would golf with.
We're people.
Yes, I know, and that's what I'm saying. So I think sometimes. I think the more knowledge that's out there, I think the more communication that people get, then they kind of get, oh, okay. I always say people are a good idea, but people ruin it. 1-on-1, people are really good. 2-on-2, people are really good. Groups of people, you run into some troubles.
Yeah.
So So along those lines, okay, so it's all considered, and much to our surprise, it's actually meant for less problems, more safety for everybody, because everybody, including myself, when we're in these situations, we think, obviously first, I hope everybody made it out okay, and then we're like, well, now what about me?
Right.
I mean, we that's just it's human nature, it's
absolutely,
and Cheryl and I sat there. I mean, we took pictures in the car. We were just joking around. We're like, listen, one way or another, you're gonna get to Arizona. She had snacks in the car for her flight, so we popped open the trunk and we were sitting eating combos, and you make the best of it. What are you gonna do?
Yeah, so there's good travel advice. Always have snacks and water.
Always have snacks.
Yep.
Yes,
this is a perfect example.
Had this coffee, so I had plenty of coffee. The only thing I worried about was when I get too full on coffee.
Right.
Which happened.
That's eventually empty.
That's right. Well, we saw a guy in front of us open the door, and he had to take care of things. And Cheryl looks up. She goes, "Wait, is he?" I go, "You were just talking about what do you do?" And she's like, "No." I'm like, "What?" As a guy, what are you gonna do? You just do what you got to do. So she goes, "Why don't he just go off in the bushes over there?" I'm like, by the time he walks over to the bushes, now he's drawing way more attention to himself than I said. He just opened his car, So, all right. So that's number one.
Well, as you're driving down the interstate, those are not jugs of lemonade that these truckers are throwing out the window.
I know. It's just
nasty.
bad. So, I mean, and why aren't they pulling over? We've got a $60 million rest area just up the road. Pull in there. So,
I know. Great question. Great question.
So, okay. So that was my first question was why didn't we just turn things around? Okay. So now we know, because we're going to cause even more problems and could create another accident.
Yeah.
So that's one. Two, the thing that I saw the most on there is, why does this keep happening?
That's, and I saw some of the comments too about it's our fault because the trucks are speeding. It's truckers' fault because they're all speeding and whatever. It's our fault because we're not writing enough tickets. It's our fault because it's NDOT's fault because
until we get a ticket.
Until you get a ticket. Then, I want everybody else to get a ticket, not me.
Absolutely.
Why aren't y'all writing tickets to everybody else except for me? But and then it's NDOT's fault for the road design, and it's a construction company's fault for this, and it's like it's everybody's fault, but accidents happen until it's you, and then it's like, well, wait, I didn't plan this. The first one that happened a couple weeks ago was a brake fire, equipment malfunction. This one that just happened Saturday was a tire failure, equipment malfunction. This has both of these. Neither one of these, I guess, as I should say, were the fault of the driver. They weren't driving reckless. They weren't driving crazy. They weren't speeding. These are just things that happen in life. And, unfortunately, it affects a lot of people and makes a lot of people's days rough and, whatnot. But at the end of the day, this was equipment malfunction that things happen. Like, it happens like this. And it had nothing to do with the interstate being under construction, road design, speeding, driving crazy, driving reckless, whatever the comments were. This was no one's fault. It happens.
And it just so happened that it's kind of coincidence that it's happened within weeks of each other that it caused a fire.
Well,
I mean,
like I said in that one thing, practice makes perfect, and we're getting really good at this. I saw a couple of the guys that were out working on the road, and they're like, "Hey, you're back again. Remember round 2?" And this is the exact same thing. We had to cut down 6 inches of asphalt, and we're gonna have this knocked out faster than last time because we had practice at it.
Yeah.
And I guess if you got to look at
imagine
the positive, that's one positive is, man, we had the road open a lot sooner this time.
Well, and here's the positive. Even though we're all inconvenienced, and, me included, nobody was hurt. This could have been a horrible tragedy. It could have been, the truck starts on fire, other cars run into it, pile up because cars aren't stopping fast enough, not noticing what's going on. So there's so many things that could go on. So the positive is no one got hurt. Some people were inconvenienced. We had to sit for a while on the expressway. Life goes on. So all those things are just, it's part of life. It just happens.
It does.
Yeah. All right. So let's switch gears. Tomorrow, you guys have a big thing going on. a memorial.
Yes.
And is this for fallen officers?
Yes.
Okay.
Every year we have our annual memorial service, every post in the state, to honor those of the state troopers that have fallen and died in the line of duty. We've had, as well as not only state troopers, but also some civilian employees, professional staff employees that passed in the line of duty. So we honor their sacrifice that they made every year. At this time, last week was National Police Week. We always do it in the month of May.
Okay.
So every May, we have these ceremonies at our post.
Okay. And is it open to the public? Is it something that people can go to? Or you guys just do it on your own? Or
yeah, it's not open to the public.
Okay.
We invite the media to come and see it, and you're more than welcome to come and stop by. I know Russ Martin has come in the past.
Okay.
But it's not open to the public. If someone was to show up, we're not going to turn them away to
Right.
watch. Absolutely.
Right, but it's not a thing. It's more for the officers.
Right.
Yeah.
But this year last year I tried to live stream it on Facebook and ran into some problems. I'm going to give it a shot again this year. But it doesn't look like the weather's going to cooperate with us tomorrow.
Okay.
So I'm guessing right now we'll probably have to have it indoors in our garage. We always do it out front. But it's just one of those things. It's luck of the draw with the weather, and unfortunately it doesn't look like it's going to cooperate. So
all right, and it's a memorial for all fallen officers from the past. And how do they get honored? Is it by name? Is it just
our lieutenant and our captain will read their names and then the circumstance behind their death.
Gotcha.
So local resident and my friend Scott Patrick was killed in the line of duty, so they'll say his name and the circumstances surrounding how he died that night. Okay. And we'll each officer, from the very first officer to the most current, we do that.
And I'm just throwing this out there on this side of the room. When you think about your comments on Facebook, and they need to do this, and the police need to do that, and they need to watch better, think about what they do every day. Every time you walk up to somebody you pull over, you don't know what you're going to encounter. It could be anything. My aunt was a Chicago officer for a long time, and she pulled somebody over, and he hopped out with a pipe as she got to the car. And you never know what's going to happen. And
that is the most dangerous thing we do on this job is a traffic stop, because you don't know what you're walking up to. The person that we're stopping for going 10 miles an hour, the speed limit, they think we know that they just committed some terrible violent crime.
Right.
Well, we're just stopping them just because. So walking up to the unknown is the most dangerous thing that we do.
Yeah.
So those officers and those employees, they didn't go home to their families at the end of their shift, and those survivors, families, live with that for the rest of their lives. So we honor their memory, and we owe it to their families.
Absolutely. All right. It's an odd transition, but it's time for the pizza quiz.
Put on those thinking caps. It's time now for the pizza quiz, brought to you by Rick's Pizza in Rensselaer. You could win a large one-topping pizza from Rick's Pizza. Be caller number 7 at 866-4104. That's 866-4104. Be caller number 7 right now.
What sets Rick's Pizza in Rensselaer apart from the other pizza places? Rick's is locally owned. Their dough is made fresh daily and hand-tossed, not run through a machine. Cheese is grated daily. Toppings are generous, fresh, and your pizza is baked to perfection in a classic stone oven. Looking to try something different? Try a pineapple, apple butter, or barbecue pizza. Call 866-7466 to place your order. Local delivery is available. Open Tuesday through Sunday at 4:30 p.m. Rick's Pizza. Taste the difference.
All right. It is time now for the pizza quiz, brought to us by Rick's Pizza in Rensselaer. Your chance to win a one large, one topping pizza from Rick's Pizza. Oh, wait a minute. No. Hold on a second. Because I had somebody on, and then they backed out. So hold on a second. Let's get them back on.
Hello.
Good morning. You backed out of your chance to possibly win a Rick's Pizza, and I didn't want that to pass. But so we're gonna flip this for a second to see if you win a pizza. We're gonna let you ask our guest a question, if he gets it right, then you get a pizza. Okay. So before you ask the question, of course, I saw the caller ID coming in. This is Glenn's wife, Lindy. So
I was like, I'm going to take a chance, man. I love pizza.
when I saw that name coming in, I'm like, okay, caller 7 or not. She's getting in there, and I asked
I'm
her.
looking at this. How do you hang up on someone?
He's getting very nervous.
So now you ask him a question. If he gets it right, you guys go. Dinner's on us. So you go ahead, Lindy. We'll switch it around this time.
Okay. Sergeant Fifield, how many years have you and your wife been married?
Where's the hang up button?
Uh-oh.
13?
He's doing the math.
13, right?
Is it
Hello?
Is it
13?
Is it 13? He said 13.
Can you hear me?
Are you being serious?
12.
You have to count.
It's 12.
You know what? Yes, we'll say that because I really want that free pizza.
No, wait. I said, is it 13 or wait? Hang on. It's 13.
Now,
It's-
usually
wait.
on Pizza Quiz, we give a
13.
Yeah, well, it's 11.
He does this.
11.
You do it every time, so it's hilarious. I catch you because you know we were married in 2013. I think 6 years ago you said 13.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
So
I said 13 because of Taylor Swift. I don't
What's
know.
the date? What's the date?
I know.
August 4th.
All right.
Yay.
So August 4th, if you were married in 2013, this would be your 12th coming up. Am I right?
Yeah.
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 All
So
right.
I was in the future. I was looking forward to hopefully still being married.
Oh,
Yeah, no, I'm just like, you know what? I want the pizza, but I want to just like hear the number 13 that you always use it.
Yeah. See, she didn't go with the birthday because I knew that one. I got that one right.
Yeah, well, that was 2 days ago. I would have got that one.
Yeah.
So, all right, Lindy, I'm going to send him home with a pizza certificate, okay?
Okay, sounds good.
Have a good one.
Brutal.
Bye-bye.
Steve, I didn't sign up for this harassment.
Listen, it just happened. It's just
wow.
Listen, it's like those accidents on 65. It just happened. So
Can't control
that's right.
something
That's right.
you can't control in life.
Right.
You just roll with it.
Right. All right, we're gonna take a break and then we'll be back with more fun here in Touhyville, and we'll get away from accidents and stuff. And then in the next hour, we'll just kind of do the show the way we normally do and have some fun with you.
Let's do it.
So, all right, stick around, everybody.
Winners and families of winners on the Pizza Quiz are ineligible to win for 30 days. The Pizza Quiz is brought to you by Rick's Pizza and Rensselaer.
Did you know that Jasper County REMC offers scholarships for local students along with fun and educational opportunities throughout the year? Whether it's learning about how state government runs and how bills become laws, to fun and educational camps along with life-changing educational adventures. To find out more about the opportunities Jasper County REMC provides for local students, visit jasperremc.com and click on the Community tab and then select Student Opportunities.
Brad Gutwein from Gutwein Motor Company in Monon.
In a small town, it's how you treat your customer. You treat everybody the way you want to be treated. It really is that simple. We have customers that we've been doing business with for 4 generations, and that is only because they trust us, we trust them, and that's the way you've got to build your business. We got to build any business.
Gutwein Motor Company in Monon has been serving the surrounding area for over 80 years.
Cars 80 years ago were pretty simple. But one thing that hasn't changed, the customer wants to feel like they're in charge of the transaction. They know what's going on and they are comfortable with what's happening. That I don't think has ever changed. We always want to be upfront with the customer, tell them exactly what's happening, exactly the process that's going to happen. One thing I would like to say to everybody that has supported us over the 80 years, thank you very much. You like the way we do business at Goodwine Motor Company in Monon.
$5,000. That's the average amount of money people in the U.S. are now spending on gas in a year. $5,000. That's crazy. If you drive, you have to download Upside, the free app that gives you cash back every time you get gas. That's right. You can earn real cash back with Upside just by buying the gas you're already buying. You can literally start earning cash back today.
I use Upside every time I fill up, and I've already made around $300.
You're putting gas in your car anyway. Why not get real cash back? If you like free money, download Upside.
I'm saving the cash I earn from using Upside to help pay for a vacation later this year.
Download the free Upside app now to earn cash back every time you buy gas. Use promo code MOVE to get an extra 25 cents per gallon on your first tank. You can cash out anytime right to your bank, PayPal, or a gift card for Amazon and other brands. Just download the free Upside app and use promo code MOVE for a 25 cents per gallon bonus on your first tank. That's code MOVE for a 25 cents per gallon bonus.
Wesley Financial Group is not a law firm.
Hi, I'm Chuck McDowell, the timeshare cancellation guy and founder of Wesley Financial Group. And I want to set the record straight. I am not an attorney. I've never wanted to be an attorney. And the truth is, I really don't even like attorneys. If I sound like an attorney or if I look like an attorney, I'll apologize. But what I've learned in my 15 years in the timeshare cancellation business is you don't need to be an attorney to get folks out of their timeshare. At Wesley, we've helped over 40,000 families cancel their timeshare without me being an attorney. And I want to share with you how we do it. Just give my office a call and you will not talk to an attorney. And I guarantee if we take you as a client, we'll get you out of your timeshare or you'll pay nothing.
Call now for your free information kit. 800-714-9090. 800-714-9090. 800-714-9090.
97.7 FM. WLQI. Rensselaer.
Time for a check of news. This check of news brought to us by Steinke Funeral Home. Visit SteinkeFuneralHome.com to ensure your final wishes are respected. Here's Russ Martin.
Another large truck incident in the northbound lanes of Interstate 65, about a mile and a half south of State Road 2 in Lake County, backed up traffic for many hours on Saturday. A press release from the state police said the investigation revealed a semi and trailer had exited the construction lane restriction and had a sudden tire failure, causing the driver to lose control, and both the cab and trailer overturned, catching fire and blocking both lanes. The driver, who was not identified, was able to escape and was taken to an area hospital with non-life-threatening injuries. Like the incident 3 weeks ago, the old asphalt needed to be replaced with new by a contractor. Northbound traffic was once again routed off at I-65 at State Road 10. The stretch of I-65 was reopened at 5:30 p.m. Saturday. This is the third major truck incident on Interstate 65 between State Road 10 and State Road 2 in the last 3 weeks. 3 fire departments were at the scene of a detached garage fire Friday evening about 4 miles north of Goodland. First responders from Goodland, Brook Iroquois Township, and Kentland Jefferson Township were at the scene of the Mark and Brenda Van Vliet residence for less than an hour. No one was injured, and there was no cause of the fire listed in the social media post. Now with more news, here's Chris Hawken.
A federal judge denied a bid by 5 news outlets to guarantee media access to Indiana's next execution, set for just after midnight Tuesday. During a Friday morning hearing in Evansville in Indiana's Southern District, lawyers representing 5 news entities argued that a state law barring press from witnessing state executions violates the First Amendment. The plaintiffs asked Judge Matthew Brookman to issue a preliminary injunction that would block the state law for now and ensure that journalists have access to the scheduled execution of death row inmate Benjamin Ritchie at the Indiana State Prison in Michigan City, as well as future executions during the pendency of the case. Up for debate as well is a Department of Corrections policy that says press shall not be permitted to witness the execution. In a 14-page ruling issued late Friday, Brookman rejected the preliminary injunction request, writing in his order that executions fall outside the criminal adjudication process, meaning First Amendment protections do not apply. Brookman also rejected the argument that Indiana's law discriminates against journalists by allowing spiritual advisors and family members to attend while barring the press. The ruling means that Tuesday's execution will proceed without independent media witnesses unless Ritchie names a reporter as one of his 5 personal guests. Indiana is one of 27 states with the death penalty, but only one of 2 states, along with Wyoming, that doesn't include media witnesses at executions. 2 Indiana state troopers found themselves in a unique position early Saturday morning as they responded to a medical emergency on I-65 southbound near the 163 mile marker in Tippecanoe County. Upon arrival, the troopers found a woman in active labor accompanied by the baby's father and grandmother. It was evident that the baby wouldn't wait. Troopers Fike and McCormick assisted with the delivery of a healthy baby boy right there on the side of the highway. Shortly after the birth, Tippecanoe County EMS arrived on scene and transported both the mother and newborn to a local hospital for further care. The Indiana State Police commend Troopers Fike and McCormick for their quick response, professionalism, and composure during a truly unforgettable moment. And finally, the Indiana State Police Lowell District will be conducting their annual memorial service on Tuesday at 11 a.m. During the ceremony, Indiana State Police will honor the 49 men and women who have died in the line of duty. The ceremony will take place at the Indiana State Police Post in Lowell. And that's a look at your news. Have yourself a great day.
If you were to unexpectedly pass away, would your family know how you wanted to be remembered and completely agree on how to honor your memory? At Steinke Funeral Home of Rensselaer in Morocco, we know that differing opinions among family members can cause avoidable conflict and stress. When you pre-plan your funeral at Steinke Funeral Home, your family will know exactly what kind of funeral you want and how you want to be remembered. Call Steinke Funeral Home at 219-866-5151 or visit steinkefuneralhome.com to ensure your final wishes are respected.
Local obituaries are sponsored by Jackson Funeral Chapels.
Respect, dignity, compassion. 3 simple words, yet they mean a great deal to us. They represent those values we strive to offer each and every family we serve, just as we have for nearly 70 years. Jackson Funeral Chapels, Jackson Monuments, and Memory Garden Cemetery.
98-year-old Lillian Glass of DeMott passed away May 16th. Services for Lillian Glass will be held at the DeMott Cemetery at 11 a.m. on Tuesday, May 20th, with Pastor Troy Daniga officiating. Portsmouth Funeral Home in Wheatfield has been entrusted with the arrangements. That's a look at your area funeral arrangements brought to you by Jackson Funeral Chapels.
Weather sponsored by Rensselaer Care Center, recently named by Newsweek one of America's best nursing homes.
Today, sunny with a high of 72. Tonight, slight chance of showers, maybe a thunderstorm overnight with a low of 49. Tuesday, showers, possibly a thunderstorm early with a high of 63. Tuesday night, showers, possibly a thunderstorm as well with a low of 53. Wednesday, showers expected in the afternoon, otherwise cloudy and a high of 59. Wednesday night, small chance of showers overnight and a low of 44.
That's your forecast from the Weather Center.
Touhyville. Double the Touhies, double the fun.
Monday morning.
What? It's Monday already?
How was your weekend? Not nearly long enough. Today's a big day.
What do you mean?
Today is the day we can all go back to work.
You're a weirdo.
Why is that?
I hate Mondays. Mondays are the worst.
No, that's optimistic.
I admire your optimism.
So that means it is opposite day.
Nope, it's just Monday.
But it's also
showtime.
Welcome to Touhyville. Steve Touhy with you here, hanging out on a Monday morning. Sergeant Glenn Fifield from the Indiana State Police is joining me, filling in for Cheryl this morning. We appreciate him coming by. Portion of the show this morning brought to us by Beers Fine Jewelry. Lafayette's largest and most complete jewelry store. Over 75 years of exceeding expectations in mid-north Indiana. Visit them at the corner of 18th and Main in Lafayette. Also want to mention our friends over at McDonald's. Kasanovich, Umfleet, McDonald's in Remington, DeMott, Rensselaer, and in Hebron. Stop by, use that McDonald's app, and grab yourself McDonald's breakfast this morning. Of course, lots of great locations right off of 65. I got to tell you, when I was stuck in in traffic the other day with the accident. I said to Cheryl, I said, I'm really glad I didn't stop at McDonald's because I was afraid we were going to be late for your flight. Okay, I'm like, I thought, let's get on the road, let's see how things are going, and then I'll pull off. I was thinking maybe Hebron, like 2 right there,
Yeah.
And then I wish I would have. I just would have sat. I would have been happy. I would have sat in my McDonald's. I would have been fine.
I hit that one right there at State Road 2 all the time.
Yeah.
They're really good to us.
Yeah.
So
use the McDonald's app. I always recommend it.
So
Yes.
I don't know, is this all Cheryl's treats and goodies right here?
All that stuff. It's all sure. The only thing that's mine is the giant barrel of cookies. So that's my breakfast.
They look like
usually.
they're from Christmas.
So the jar.
The jar is.
So I keep
refilling it.
I keep refilling because it's
All right.
such a good sealable jar that the cookies don't go bad. So yeah, it is. The jar is from Christmas, but I went through that.
Cheryl's gonna come back and there's gonna be a whole lot of this missing.
She's got, but listen, we can always tell when you've been in to meet with Russ because her giant cushions have to be removed, and she's got these giant red cushions.
They're huge.
Yes. Well, and you've got all your police stuff on.
Yeah.
So but every time I always say, to her when we come in the next day after you've been in here, I'm like, I'm sure Glenn is a fantastic officer, but between him and Russ, nobody figures out just switch chairs. just switch chairs.
I never thought about it.
I'm like, all the cushions get moved from the chair. I'm like, listen, I have to deal with that at home too. I don't know if your wife is a big cushion person, but we have throw pillows all over all the couches.
Yeah.
So
and the bed.
And the bed, unless you go into my bat cave, then I've got 2 pillows, one on each side of the couch, and they're both Chicago Bears pillows. Other than that, you can sit.
Right. Yeah.
We now have. When we moved in together, I had an outdoor couch that for sitting out in the yard and letting Ace run around and stuff. So now we set that all up, and she went and bought a bunch of throw pillows for the outside couch too. I go, now what happens when we sit? Because you got these nice pillows. I can't throw them on the mud or the ground. Where am I supposed to sit now that we're out here? She's like, well, put them in the garage. I go, so now every time someone comes over and wants to sit down, now we got to pile up cushions in the garage. Too many cushions. I'm just saying, and I can say this because she's in Arizona sleeping, so she can't.
She's
hear you.
watching right now.
Yeah,
I can't believe. It's like I'm at my grandparents' house.
I know the Werthers. I was teasing her about that.
What in the world?
We were in the traffic and she pulled out the Werthers.
She's not that old to be.
No,
Werthers.
No, she just likes the hard candy. So and she's always got snacks because of being diabetic. You never know. She was nervous about that when we're sitting in the car. She's like, I'm gonna need to eat something soon. I go, don't you have combos in your carry-on bag? She goes, yes. I just hopped out of the car and So
it's quite the array of stuff.
Oh yeah, she's got her whole little area there. And I try to tell her, I said, this is it's not just our studio, right? There's other shows that go on here.
So I was gonna steal. I was gonna steal one of your cookies or something. It was here one day, and Russ is like, "Those aren't mine to give away." I'm like,
"They're here. They're in the room." Yeah, no, nobody would be
I
upset.
think my next time I'm here with Russ, I'm just gonna start opening stuff and eating it.
Yeah.
He's gonna be like, "What are you doing?"
He'll freak out. Yeah, and then because he doesn't want any problems.
Right.
At least nobody wants problems with Cheryl.
Right.
So
no.
Yep. Julie says that's awesome that Glenn's wife came back on.
No.
She said, your wife says yes. Pillows! Exclamation point. Very happy about the pillows. Yes.
He blocks us. How do you block somebody on here?
You can't.
Has the radio station ever blocked anybody in the history of radio?
No.
We're making first here today.
Right. So Julie says, no, don't need many pillows. I agree with you. When you have to move them to sit. She says you two are funny. Love it. Yes. I don't like so for a while, Cheryl and I lived separate, and we had actually said we're probably there's more of a chance we're gonna get remarried and live separate than move back in together. Instead, circumstances and things, and we went, we're not dealing with landlords anymore, and we moved in together. So, but when I would go to her house, I would laugh because I would move the throw pillow out of the way so I could sit and watch TV. I would go and like take Ace out for a walk, and the pillow would be back where I'm like, I'm still here, unless you're trying to give me a hint that it's time to wrap up the day, and I'll go back home. You can't just move it back where I'm sitting. She's like, oh, it's just habit. I just need things in its place, and we joke around that we're yin and yang because she wants everything in her place, and I was joking with her that because we have security cameras in the house. I said, don't look at the security cameras while you're gone. I'll clean everything up before you get back. But for 1 week, I'm gonna live like I live. Things are just gonna be where they're gonna be.
That's right. That's right. I have no problem with that. I'm with you, Steve.
Yeah. Uh-huh.
In fact, maybe we should come over and hang out.
Sure, come on by.
Yeah, and we'll do something with pillows.
Yeah. Well, good luck. Yeah, that's fine. Listen, when Cheryl comes back, I'll point her to you.
Please play me.
Listen,
hey, he was here. I was out of my hands. Yeah.
No, you know what? Cheryl wants you to do. She wants you to take her shooting. She
so does somebody else, and I ain't gonna.
She wants to be. So she has her gun. She just wants to go through training at a range. So that's what we're setting up now that 95 Bravo has a range. We're setting her up to go out there and so she can learn how to shoot. Because we thought about that when I was gone. I'm like, okay, you have the gun, you have it for safety, but you haven't learned how to use it yet.
That's kind of the most important part.
Yeah.
It's like having a car.
Right.
If someone doesn't teach how to drive a car,
you got to know how to use it. Yeah. Julie says, I'm sorry. Gina says, good morning, Sergeant Fifield. I have known you since our girls were little in daycare days. So Gina's known you for a long time. So all right, let's dive into some silly stuff here in the world. Okay, here you see accidents all the time. Thoughts on these auto cars that drive themselves? What do you think?
Just got back from vacation, and we rented a car, and it was a Volvo XC60.
Okay.
Took my hands off the wheel. It's driving. Around the curve, I'm like, this is the coolest thing ever.
Is it?
And then it sent a reminder to me of put my hands back on the wheel because it wants to know that I'm still there, I guess. But it was like I just put my finger on the wheel, so it knew that I was there. Pretty cool.
Really?
Pretty cool. Yeah. I got it. I didn't think I was gonna like it. A friend of mine has a Tesla, the self-driving thing.
Yeah.
Loves it. I wasn't a fan of it, and until I had it, I'm like, this is kind of nice.
I don't know.
I may or may not have closed my eyes for a minute just to check things out. I'm here, so it worked. It was that was pretty cool.
Oh,
that was pretty cool.
It freaks me out. Now they're rolling out in Texas driverless semi trucks.
Yeah. Did you see the comments that we had on this crash? Can you imagine? Who are we gonna blame on the crash then?
Right. I mean, now you're gonna have driverless semis. I don't think that's a good plan.
No, I'm not a fan.
No.
What's next? Driverless airplanes?
I don't know. I'm not a fan of the whole idea. Like when you get in okay, so you're on vacation, you call an Uber, you get in, there's no driver. You're gonna sit in the back seat.
I know.
How do you feel?
You might as well just be what's next? Like a roller coaster? You just put it on the rail. I mean, that's like
I don't know. I don't think I would want to get in a car with at least if I'm in the front seat.
Yeah.
I feel like if I have to, I can take control again. We had a story a couple weeks ago where the car, one of those driverless cars, she was in the back seat, this woman stopped on the highway. Just stopped in the middle of the highway. And now she's got to figure out how to get out of this car before she gets smashed into or something. And it apparently does, which you talk about U-turns being dangerous. Is get out of your car and don't get out of your car.
Never get out of your car. Never get out.
Don't get out of your car in this expressway. Don't do that. So, all right. You just your wife just had her birthday the other day.
Yeah.
You stopped and got her flowers.
I did.
Did they make it through the accident and everything?
They did.
They didn't catch on fire or anything?
Because
that would have been, at least you would have had a backup excuse. You would have said, listen, honey, I did buy you flowers. They caught on fire. I was too close to the fire, saving lives. I was serving and protecting.
And they should have said, past Jackson and DeMott on the way home. Why didn't you stop there?
Because I'm ready. Listen, I'm 8 hours into overtime here. I was ready to pass out. I've been up all night.
I know.
You know. So, but you did. So here's a guy. here's a guy that was trying to do something fun for his wife.
Mm-hmm.
His wife loves potato chips. So they were staying at a hotel in England, and he called ahead and he said, "Hey, can you put 30 bags of potato chips on the bed for her?" So he's trying to be like fun. Like she walks in, she loves potato chips. I got snacks,
like rose
snacks
petals
galore.
on a bed, but
That's how they took it. He just meant bags for snacking overnight.
You know what attracts. You know what potato chips in a hotel attracts, right?
Bugs.
Yeah. Oh, I've got a story.
All right.
Just got back from vacation. You ready to get grossed out? Here we go.
Maybe. All right.
Okay. Rented a car.
Mm-hmm.
We get in the car. I had originally rented a Tesla. I got an email saying upgrade for $10 a day to a luxury vehicle.
Mm-hmm.
Sure, why not? I'm not going to say the company name.
Okay.
Yeah, that wouldn't be good. So upgraded to a luxury Cadillac. Nice car. It's not the Cadillac's fault. Drive, got in a little bit of a smell, but I'm like, maybe the person ahead of me had not showered, whatever. We'll stop, grab some Lysol. Be not a big deal. Well, we go to a mall. My wife is a huge mall person, and actually, I don't mind it either. People watching.
Okay.
And people watching in a mall in Florida.
Oh yeah, even better.
Quality.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
Highly recommend. 10 out of 10. So we go to the mall, doing our thing, get back. Now, our flight was at 5 a.m. when we flew down, so we had to get up and we like 2 a.m. to get to Indianapolis.
Okay.
Steve, future reference: never fly out of Chicago. Go to Indianapolis.
Highly
recommend.
So that's what multiple people told me,
Yeah.
and I'll get back to your story and say a lot of people said that, and I haven't done it yet, but so we looked at flights.
Yeah.
And it was a big difference in cheaper going out of Midway than it was out of Indy. I fly out of O'Hare when I fly by myself. My folks live 10 minutes, or their house is 10 minutes from O'Hare. I grew up there, so I park there. I don't pay for parking.
Right.
My sister and brother-in-law live across the street, so they give me a ride, or I take a 10-minute Uber ride, to the airport. So I'm right there. But a lot of people have said Indy is way easier.
It's $9 parking. And then the airport is just clean as a whistle.
Okay.
And it's so much easier.
All right, next time.
I digress.
Yeah.
So anyway, we had a long day. And so we got to the Airbnb, went in and take a nap. I had been sleeping for maybe an hour. And Lindy was bringing the bags in from the car. I get woken up an hour. Babe, you got to get up. I'm like, oh no, what's going on? You got to get up. It's important. What could possibly be this important?
Right.
This isn't good. Okay, now I'm up. What's going on? The car. I'm thinking. She says the car, and I said, oh, what? Something happened with it? There's bugs in it. What do you mean there's bugs in it? Yes, it's full of bugs. What kind of bugs? Cockroaches.
Oh,
what?
In your car?
In the car. So she had went out there and opened the center console to get my wallet and stuff out of the center console. Full of cockroaches. They scattered like you just turned on the light. And that explains the smell.
Yeah.
Somebody had, I don't know,
or something
in there. And not just little ones. These were full-grown adult flexing their muscle cockroaches. Yes. And that explains the smell. So that's how our trip started. And so I had to take an Uber to back to the airport to get a new car because I'm not driving that back.
Right,
I
you
called
guys
the rental
come and
car
get it.
company.
Yeah.
I'm like, they're like, well, can you drive back? I'm like, you can drive it back.
Right, I'm not getting in there.
I'm not getting in this thing.
Right.
Because if a cockroach runs across my arm, this thing's going to be unmanned. I'm jumping out and it's going to keep on rolling down the road. This ain't happening.
Yeah, no.
So I said, you can come get this car. So yeah, that's how our trip started.
Yeah, that's no good.
No.
By the way, your wife says no self-driving for her. She wants you driving the car. She said I'm a passenger princess. She wants you driving the car.
Yeah, well, if she's driving, we need a self-driving car. Truth.
You're gonna have to go home at some point.
You just said I can come to your house. You just said
not to live.
Hey,
you got
there was
6
no time
days.
definition.
You got 6 days. Then Cheryl's back. Yeah.
Cheryl will wind up with Lindy, and
yeah, I don't.
we can hang out in the back.
Yeah, I don't think I'm not playing that game. No thanks. But yeah, so this couple in England, he wanted the potato chips to be in bags and they took it the way you did, like instead of rose petals, they threw potato chips, 30 bags of potato chips all over the bed.
That's awesome.
What kind of weird stuff did they think that they were in there? Like, into rather. Yeah, I mean that's
so regular barbecue.
Didn't say, it just says 30
sour
bags of
cream
chips.
and onions.
Probably all kinds of different kinds, I would imagine. But he didn't want them spread all over the bed like rose petals. He wanted them to be in the bags. By the way, your wife says she has cockroach car PTSD now. So yeah, I don't blame her.
Oh, it was bad. It was bad.
Now, if I get in a car and I even smell a little something, now I'm going, nope, you're gonna have to take this one back because it might be cockroaches. I'm sorry. You're gonna have to. Listen. I know you're not going to understand this at the rental car company of Florida, but this is a state trooper's fault in Indiana. I'm not going to drive your car. You're just going to have to understand that. So yeah.
Well, in Florida, they're bugs. They've got they're flying bugs. They got numbers on the side of them. They're so big. They have to register and everything.
I know.
Yeah,
I know.
It's no joke.
It's wild. So all right, let's take a break. When we come back, this should be right up your alley. It's time for the Mr. P Dumb Criminal of the Day.
Oh boy.
So we'll get into that and maybe find out some dumb criminals that Sergeant Fifield has run into over the years. No names. We'll protect the names will be removed to protect the uninnocent. So we'll be back.
There's exciting news for farmers in the Ileana area. Peterson Ag Service is thrilled to be your local Ag Leader dealer, bringing you the latest in precision farming technology. Ag Leader offers a full farm solution from cab to cab, season to season, bringing productivity to every corner of your operation. Sink it, steer it, plant it, apply it, harvest it, manage it. There's only one way to do it all. Ag Leader. Let Peterson Ag Service show you how. Call us today, 765-314-3276 to learn more.
Life is about connecting. Music, email, movies, shopping, social media, gaming, and streaming. Nitco is here to help you with all that technology has to offer. Nitco offers high-speed internet for your home or business. Nitco has an incredible lineup of TV channels for all your viewing needs with television the way you want it. Nitco also is your home for telephone service. Need all three? Nitco has great savings when you bundle. Visit nitco.com today or call 1-800-621-2344 because life is about connecting with Nitco.
Rensselaer Iron and Metal is the picture of going green. Recycling metals is what they do. Keeping the metal business right here in the good old USA is what they're all about. Giving top dollar for your scrap iron not only helps keep your community clean, but it keeps our jobs and steel industry going strong. Remember, when you take your scrap to Rensselaer Iron and Metal, you're supporting your own economy. Rensselaer Iron and Metal, where your trash turns into cash.
Home. It's so many things to so many people. It's your sanctuary, your place to host parties with friends and family, your place to relax in front of the front porch or run with the dog in the backyard. The team at Jenkins Realtors have been helping people like you find the home for everything that you need it to be since 1976. If you're looking to buy or sell your home, let the Jenkins team be your team. Call Jenkins Realtors today at 219-866-5908. or visit JenkinsRealtorsInc.com. Jenkins Realtors. Trusted, respected, recommended.
Why'd I go to the doctor? One day at the firehouse, I was so lightheaded I could barely stand. Even my crew noticed. Getting checked out was the right call. Turns out I have atrial fibrillation, which increases the risk of stroke about 5 times.
Symptoms like irregular heartbeat, heart racing, chest pain, shortness of breath, fatigue, or lightheadedness can come and go. But if it's AFib, the risk of stroke remains. If you have symptoms, contact a doctor.
I'm so glad I did.
Visit NoTimeToWait.com, sponsored by Bristol-Myers Squibb and Pfizer.
The power of Dell AI with Intel Inside is transforming the world of pro sports. Teams can see curveballs coming with predictive analytics. Coaches can use AI insights to help players improve their shots in real time. And fans can get more out of every winning moment with AI-enhanced replays.
Unbelievable! What a play!
See how Dell Technologies with Intel Inside can power your wins at Dell.com/win.
The Hoosier Lottery is proud to build a stronger, safer, smarter Indiana. Since 1989, with your help, we have given back more than $7 billion to good causes across the state. Learn more at HoosierLottery.com/givingback. Play responsibly.
You ready to rock?
This is going to get loud.
97.7 FM WLQI. The Q.
Touhyville. Now with even more Touhy.
Good morning. What day is it?
It's Monday.
What? It's Monday already?
Rise and shine. Why are you talking like that? Oh, I see.
Oh, you're a DJ. But how can I be a DJ? I'm just a guy with an inflated self-image. Trust me, you're perfect.
Oh, in that case.
Are you ready to be entertained?
I'm ready. I am so ready.
Let the show begin.
Welcome into Touhyville. Steve Touhy with you here, hanging out on a fun time Monday morning. Sergeant Glenn Fifield from the State Police in Lowell is Indiana State Police in Lowell, hanging out with us today. We appreciate him coming by, filling in for Cheryl. Portions of the show today brought to us by Fountain Stone Theater. Visit fountainstonetheaters.com or download their app in the Google Play Store, the App Store. You can get your tickets right there online. You can also find out what times all the movies are and all that good stuff. And you can even rent the Fountain Stone Theater for your own party or get together. Also, want to mention our friends over at Another Season in the Mott. Need to get for any reason, like Father's Day is coming up. Just reminding folks, you can get stuff at Another Season for guys as well. So visit Another Season, 605 North Alex Street in the Mott. Like them on Facebook and follow on Instagram. All right. So we're here with Sergeant Fifield. And, of course, right up your alley, it is time now for the Mr. P, Locksmith and Security, Dumb Criminal of the Day.
Perhaps it's time you tried a new profession. What I mean is, you don't seem to be a very good thief. Maybe you should try something else.
All right. So I always have my own dumb criminal set up for the day. So, but since we have you here, I'm sure you've run into some times where you're like, what was this guy thinking? What was this woman thinking? Trying to pull off this crime with that. Anything come into your mind when I say dumb criminal? I would imagine, would you say 28 years you've been doing this?
Yeah.
I would imagine some just pop in your head and go, really? It would have been easier just to get a job. Why are you doing this?
Nothing really.
No, not off the top of your head.
Not off the top of my head. Nothing
All
really
right.
crazy like
all right.
the stuff you hear about. That you're getting ready to tell me is shocked me. So
I doubt it. It's you just run into people that just shouldn't be doing, crime. There's people that have tried all these different things. This one is just not just dumb. This is just moronic. This one's from Arizona, which I thought would be great since Cheryl's down in Arizona. The first one this week. Police in Arizona just released body cam footage of a chaotic scene after they responded to a call about a small child running around a parking lot alone at 11 o'clock at night. 2 women were arrested after leaving their 4 children in the car alone, all of them under 5, because they wanted to go to the bar for a couple hours. How about a babysitter? I'm not against someone. Listen, moms need to have fun too. But how about not with the kids in the car? They thought the kids would be fine, on their own because they left their large bag of weed in the car. I just love your man, I don't want to touch this one anymore. I just you're right. People are stupid. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yep. I'm just saying it's probably not a good night out at the bar. A pair of Arizona moms tried to convince police that they left their kids in the parking lot while they went to use a restroom after they had both allegedly been drinking at a bar. The Glendale Police Department, not far from where Cheryl's at right now, and that's a pretty nice area too, posted a body cam footage from March 8th depicting how the evening unfolded. In the post, police wrote that officers responded about 11 o'clock at night to a call by someone who said they found a child running around the parking lot. Witnesses at the scene told police they searched the child for the child's parents, but could not find any adults around. The child led witnesses to a car where 3 more small children sat inside. 2 of them were in car seats. Well, we left them in car seats. Yeah. They're fine. They're fine. It's fine. No problem. Here's some of the body cam recording of officers talking to the moms.
We found her going up and down here. She took us to the car.
Yeah, one's sleeping on the right and the other one's...
Oh, there is two of them in there.
Seriously. Your kids have been here for hours. Hours.
Where have you been?
I went in and goes to the bathroom.
Really? Because we got a call about 45 minutes ago from people walking around saying they saw your daughter running around in the parking lot, no parents around.
Well, when I was looking through the car to find like any ID in the glove box, popped it open, there's a bag of weed in the glove box.
Yeah.
So those kids have been in the car for how long with weed? Just they could have easily accessed that as well.
But that is my ID. I identify as weed, officer.
Okay.
Yeah. Oh, I mean, that's just a big pile of stupid right there. Well, I just wanted to use the bathroom. What's the lamest excuse you ever got for someone speeding?
Bathroom.
Bathroom.
It's always bathroom. And then you're looking behind you and you say you just passed an exit half a mile ago.
Right.
Well, I'd have to go a half a mile ago. Now I got to go real bad. Well, yeah, because you're nervous because I just stopped you.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah.
The bathroom. That's the number one.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I don't know about anybody else, but I know for me, if I get pulled over, the first thing I do is
panic.
No. I grew up with police officers.
Oh, yeah.
I'm not afraid of the police. If I got pulled over, chances are I was doing something wrong.
Okay.
So, and that's what I say. I go, I know I screwed up. I'm sorry. I should have been doing that, And then, of course, I always say, and who'd be really mad at me? My dad, who was a police officer for 30 years, so he could help me out a little bit. I mean, here, I'll tell you my toughest police officer story. Okay.
Oh, wait. Making a U-turn on I-65?
I don't know. I don't even know if that happened.
Oh,
I don't even know.
All right, continue.
Listen, I know that we made it to the airport on time.
That's all you know.
And you said that it was opened up in time that we probably would have. So, it was funny though because I was seeing everybody post their pictures from I-65 the other day, and I'm like, hey, that guy must be like 3 cars behind us. As I see that, oh, they must be in front of us because we knew because we had there was a big Kroger truck right in front of us. So I'm like, oh, it must be right there. Yeah. So I got pulled over one time on my way to work, and so there was an officer in front of me, and tapped his brake, and I slowed down, and tapped his brake, and I slowed down. I didn't know what was happening. He pulled over, like ripped off the road. I went past because I didn't know what was happening, and then he pulled by me and turned on his light. Okay, I'm lost. I pull over. He comes up to the car, and he says, "Do you know what tailgating is?" I didn't. I went like at a football game.
Oh my god!
No, in my defense, I was like 22. I was like, I'm like, I didn't know. And then, I mean, he asked me. He goes, "What are you, a comedian?" Honestly, actually, at the time I was like, actually, I don't want to be. I swear not to be a jerk. My dad's a cop. I'm not trying to be a jerk. Like, I really am a comedian. But that's not why I wasn't messing with you. I have never heard of tailgating like that. It means that you're traveling too close to someone behind, which I didn't think I was. But if he says I was, I was. So I said I've never heard of that. Honestly, I said I didn't know it. So he checked to make sure there's no warrants on me, and he came back. And the biggest surprise to me was that he was mad that he was letting me go. I've never had that. I've always had people say, okay, I understand. I'm going to let you go. So he came up to the car, flung my license in like it was a frisbee. It just goes, get out of here. Just I'm like, I wasn't being funny, So I had that, and then I had 2 other dumb criminals get me out of a ticket one time. I got pulled over because I didn't know this. One of my taillights was out. So then he comes up, my license plate is expired. So I'm like, I'm all in all kinds of trouble here. So then I give him my license and insurance. My insurance card is expired. So he's like, I gotta write you, man. I was like, there's nothing. I can't let this many things go. I totally understand. I get it. While he's walking back to the car to write me a ticket, a van and a truck pull up behind him. These 2 guys are arguing about one cutting the other one off, and they get an argument right there in front of and get into a fist fight right in front of the officer. So he had to grab one to separate the other one. Meanwhile, he's got my license and insurance in his hand. He just hands it to me. He goes, "Go! I got bigger things to worry about."
Nice.
So
That worked out for you.
I drove from there to the currency exchange and got the license plate done like that minute. I was like, "You're not going to be given another lucky chance like that.
Right.
Somebody just let you out of this."
Yeah.
So I took care of the license plate, and then the next day I went and the insurance was at home. It was just sitting in an envelope. I just didn't put it in the car, and then took it to a mechanic and got the taillight done the next day. But I was like, yeah, I'm not messing around with this. And actually,
what are the odds?
Actually, I was going to a friend's house. So I went, got the license plate, and got pulled over that night leaving his house for the taillight. And thankfully, I told the officer, I said, listen, I just got pulled. I told her the story about what had happened earlier in the day. And I'm like, listen, I learned my lesson there. I'm going to the mechanic tomorrow to get it done. You can see I showed her the paperwork. I just bought the license plate sticker that day. So she let me go. She was very nice about it. But yeah, that was one of the strangest times. Was two guys, and that's what I mean about stuff that you guys run into.
Yeah, truth is
you can't
stranger
write
than
this
fiction.
stuff.
Right, truth is stranger than fiction. I wish back when I was in the academy, they told us to keep a journal, and at the end of your career, you'll have a bestseller, and no one will put it in the fiction section because no one will believe that all this stuff has happened to you. And boy, it's very true. Like I run into officers all the time, and they were like, and they'll tell me, "Remember when this happened?" And no, I don't even remember that. Oh yeah, I forgot about that. It's just crazy how much.
If you don't write it down or record it right then.
Yeah, crazy stuff has happened in my career.
I would imagine. Yeah, when I was doing stand up, I would always take notes so that I had it.
Yeah.
And my problem is I would write these notes that I think I would understand, and I would write it down, and then I would go back and look and go.
There's a Seinfeld episode about that where he wrote a joke down. You remember that one?
And he didn't know what
it was.
I'm sure I did. Yeah, because it was the same way. I'm like baby ice cream dollar bill. What in the world? What? And I thought I was going to remember that. But yeah,
Right.
I always said my uncle, my dad's oldest brother, who was a police officer in Chicago, that he should have wrote a book because he was a storyteller. He was so good at telling the stories and things like that. One of the stories I know he told me when he's working as a detective, they caught a guy who had actually killed somebody and buried them. He got the buried him and redid the cement in his basement. He bought the cement at the local hardware store with a check. That's how they caught him. Wrote a personal check, and they
back in check days.
And he said, it was winter time, and we decided to see who would, maybe. And sure enough, we caught this guy. Yeah, that's how they caught him. So, Kim says, I agree on the journal. We need one to drive a school bus too. I believe it.
Oh, yeah.
All the different stuff you hear there. Yeah. You just can't make up the things that kids do.
Yeah. Kids and criminals. Not the best judgment.
That's right. I believe it. Yeah. That's why you're better off writing stuff down, as it happens, or record it into your phone, because you won't remember the whole story later. I do it with Cheryl all the time when stuff happens to us over the weekend. I'm like, I'm putting it on my phone right now. Otherwise, when we go to tell this story later, it's just going to sound like we went to the place and then that's what happened.
Right,
Remember? And then it just sounds like nothing. Yeah. So protect yourself from dumb criminals with Mr. P hardware, locksmith, surveillance, and more. Call 219-866-7171. If you lock your keys out of your car, lock your keys in your car, lock your keys in your house, can't get in, Mr. P will be glad to help you out. Visit mrplocksmith.com and go and like Mr. P Locksmith on Facebook. All right, take a break. We'll come back and more fun with Senator Fifield here in Touhyville. Thanks for hanging out with us this morning.
Weather is brought to you by Jasper County REMC.
Today, sunny with a high of 72. Tonight, slight chance of showers, maybe a thunderstorm overnight with a low of 49. Tuesday, showers, possibly a thunderstorm early with a high of 63. Tuesday night, showers, possibly a thunderstorm as well with a low of 53. Wednesday, showers expected in the afternoon, otherwise cloudy and a high of 59. Wednesday night, small chance of showers overnight and a low of 44.
That's your forecast from the Weather Center.
When you think of diamonds, what comes to mind?
Getting engaged?
Your wedding day?
A favorite anniversary. Diamonds tend to be associated with special memories. The next time you hear the word diamonds, you need to think of Vierk's Fine Jewelry.
At Vierk's, we have the area's largest and finest selection featuring hundreds of in-stock certified diamonds, all shapes and sizes and specializing in a carat and larger.
And our prices and quality will meet or exceed anyone's from the mall to the internet to even New York's Diamond District.
And for true expertise, Vierk's has Lafayette's only GIA graduate gemologist in residence, along with the area's only, and we do mean only, USPAP compliant jewelry appraiser.
Let Vierk's help make any occasion shine with the perfect diamond for your individual taste, style, and budget.
If you're serious about a diamond and serious about saving money, then you need to visit Vierk's Fine Jewelry. Seriously.
Corner of 18th and Main, Lafayette, Vierks.com.
So you're telling me I can get any Quiznos 8-inch sub for $5.55 after 5?
Yep.
So I can order an 8-inch Baja Chicken Club for $5.55 after 5?
Yep.
Or a Black Angus Steakhouse for $5.55 after 5?
Yes. Or a French dip, or a steakhouse cheddar, or a peppercorn steak.
For $5.55 after 5?
Yes. Only at Quiznos in Wheatfield, right across from KV.
$5.55 after 5 for any 8-inch sub at the Quiznos in Wheatfield. Cannot be combined with any other offer. Download the Quiznos app today.
Ready to make this summer count? At St. Joseph's College in Rensselaer, you can get hands-on training to help advance your career goals. Choose from certificate programs in building and trades, healthcare, commercial driving, or veterinary care. Perfect for high schoolers, recent grads, and adults. Training starts this month, so don't wait. Our programs are affordable, local, and designed to launch careers. Start here and go anywhere. Enroll today at stjo.edu.
All right, honey, I'm heading out for my morning walk. Hey, neighbor, front yard is looking great.
Yeah, we picked up some beautiful plants from Clark's.
Oh, there's Scott. Hey, your landscaping looks incredible.
Yep, quick trip to Clark's for some rocks and mulch. It was super easy with their help.
All right, see you guys later. Honey, I'm back from my walk.
Great. Hey, I was thinking we should really do something with our front yard.
You know, we should go to Clark's Garden and Floral Center. They have everything from plants to rocks and mulch to outdoor decorations.
Great idea. Did you come up with that on your own?
Of course.
Clark's Garden and Floral Center on Route 231 in Remington. Visit online at clarksgardenandfloral.com and like them on Facebook.
Brad Gutwein from Gutwein Motor Company in Monon.
In a small town, it's how you treat your customer. You treat everybody the way you want to be treated. It really is that simple. We have customers that we've been doing business with for 4 generations, and that is only because they trust us, we trust them, and that's the way you've got to build your business. We have to build any business.
Gutwein Motor Company in Monon has been serving the surrounding area for over 80 years.
Cars 80 years ago were pretty simple. But one thing that hasn't changed, the customer wants to feel like they're in charge of the transaction. They know what's going on, and they are comfortable with what's happening. That, I don't think, has ever changed. We always want to be upfront with the customer, tell them exactly what's happening, exactly the process that's going to happen. One thing I would like to say to everybody that has supported us over the 80 years, thank you very much. You'll like the way we do business at Gutwein Motor Company in Monon.
Did you know that Jasper County REMC offers scholarships for local students along with fun and educational opportunities throughout the year? Whether it's learning about how state government runs and how bills become laws, to fun and educational camps along with life-changing educational adventures. To find out more about the opportunities Jasper County REMC provides for local students, visit jasperremc.com and click on the Community tab and then select Student Opportunities.
Touhyville. 2 Touhies are better than 1.
Well, good morning, neighbor.
Let's turn on my favorite morning radio show.
What a wonderful way to start the day.
What a great way to start the day.
What's so great about it?
There's music and laughing.
You know, it's like sitting around the breakfast table with my best friends.
You have no friends.
Oh, I did say like, right?
But let's get into it, everybody. Let's begin the show by starting it.
Welcome to Touhyville. Portions of the show is brought to us by Jasper County RMC, powered us up each and every morning on the Q at 98 Gold, also streaming on video. You can see us on video on Facebook, on the Q98 Gold and Touhyville Facebook pages, as well as on our YouTube channel. Do us a favor, subscribe to our YouTube channel. It not only helps more people to find us, but it also helps with our advertisers and shows them who's listening and when and things like that. And then if you're watching on Facebook, like the video on Facebook, and you can share it on your own page as well. Also want to mention our friends over at Ed White Auto Sales in Rensselaer. It's new to you. Ed White Auto Sales, 1105 North McKinley Avenue in Rensselaer. Check out their service department. Get your vehicle worked on. Also, I want to mention Steve's Specialized Services. They have their May open house deals going on throughout the entire month of May on Bad Boy Mowers and Bandits. So check those out at Steve's Specialized Services on 231 in Rensselaer. All right, so Sergeant Fifield is here from the Indiana State Police, filling in for Cheryl for the last couple hours. We appreciate you coming by and hanging out. Folks are enjoying it. Susie says Glenn is doing a great job. He should be Cheryl's sub when she has to be away. Steve sounds lonely when he's by himself. I will tell you, it's very odd when you do radio, talk radio by yourself. I did a talk show for a while by myself.
So you don't have a conversation with the voices in your head?
I do. That's what freaks people out.
Yeah.
Because I ask questions and answer them and go back and forth.
Back and forth.
Yeah. And then
in an argument, that's kind of that would be awkward.
Right. When you're kind of sick of yourself. Yeah. That's bad. So no, but then I did for a while. So I worked here at 98 Gold for a few years, then left, and I went and did internet radio, and out of our house at a studio, and was doing a talk radio show by myself, and that was really odd because you don't know. You don't know. Am I talking to people? Am I talking to myself? And it wasn't like this where people could just comment while you're on live. So it was odd. So I appreciate you coming in. So your wife says, is it Lindy or Lendy?
Whatever you want.
No. I want to do it right. It's because it's spelled Len, but it sounded like you said Lindy.
Well, her name is actually Lenora.
Okay, so it's Lindy.
So it's a nickname. So
okay,
Lindy.
So she says our dog Daisy keeps running in my office looking because she hears Glenn and doesn't know where his voice is coming from. This is something that we deal with all the time.
Really?
So when Cheryl and I were living in separate houses, we would be talking on speakerphone to each other, and it would freak him out.
Okay. Yeah.
I used to. So the show goes up as a podcast every day. So we take all the talking parts of the show and upload it as a podcast. It's on Spotify, wherever you find podcasts. So I would, on the weekend, just randomly pick a day and press play while I was making breakfast to listen to the show to get better. That's how I get better, is I listen, hear the things that we do good, things that we don't do so good, and try to listen as a listener. It would drive him crazy. I would be listening on the TV, and he would just sit in front of the TV barking at the TV. Does not like it. Doesn't like it if I happen upon like one of our reels. I'm just going through my phone and I end up on me, and he hears me coming out of the phone, me in front of it. Does not like it. Yeah. Freaks him out. So that's fine. Yeah. So I get it. So the dog. What kind of dog you guys have?
Golden Retriever.
Okay. Yeah. So Daisy is looking all over for you to wonder where you're at.
Which is weird because she's mom's.
Yeah.
I'm just there.
That's what Cheryl thinks too. That he's like more into me because so she has her loft. She's up in the second floor, and it's almost like he's not sure if he can go up there or not. He stands at the stairs and looks around, and then he goes up there.
Too many pillows, probably.
That's what it is. He can't fit in the bed.
Right.
Can't fit in the bed. Absolutely. Yeah. So. Oh man. All right. So I got to take one more break, and then we'll come back, and we'll end on a high note. So doesn't it fly by? It's 9 o'clock. So all right. So stick around, and we'll be ending on a high note.
Save big on everything for your next outdoor project when you shop at Menards. Shop the best in-stock selection of AC2 pressure-treated lumber, decking, fencing, and timbers. All easy to load in our drive-through lumber yard. Get free estimates fast with our easy-to-use fence and deck design programs in-store and on Menards.com. Don't forget to check out our weekly flyer for all the great deals happening now.
Save big money at Menards.
A little change can go a long way. If you'd like to gain the skills needed to find a better job, the Indiana Department of Workforce Development offers free training services through Work One centers in your area. You can earn your high school equivalency, increase your annual earnings, get free job training, or even get a better job at your current workplace. Make a little change today. It could go a long way in your future. To learn more about free training services offered by the Indiana Department of Workforce Development, go to jobseekers.dwd.in.gov.
Funding is provided by the United States Department of Labor. This material does not necessarily reflect the views or policies of the United States Department of Labor, nor does mention of trade names, commercial products, or organizations imply endorsement by the United States government. Equal Opportunity Employer Program auxiliary aids and services are available upon request to people with disabilities.
What is 988? It's a way forward. It's a listening ear. It's whatever help you need, when you need it. The 988 Suicide and Crisis Lifeline offers trained crisis specialists, ready to talk to you 24/7. If you or someone you love is experiencing a mental health or substance use crisis in their life, call or text 988. Want more information? Visit 988indiana.org.
When I say I've got my hands full in the morning, I mean it. No time to dilly-dally, which is where McDonald's comes in. Now I can get two of my favorites, the sausage McMuffin with egg and the sausage, egg, and cheese McGriddles for just $6. It's the fuel I need to start my day, along with my favorite morning flavors and a single savory bite. Breakfast shouldn't be a handful, unless I'm holding a breakfast sandwich. It's truly the only thing that gets me up and out of the house, ready to jump into whatever I've got going for the day. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba. Prices and participation may vary. Cannot be combined with any other offer or combo meal. Single item at regular price.
If you have unfiled taxes or are in debt to the IRS, this is important news. Did you know the IRS has programs specifically designed to help people struggling with tax debt? Powerful tax assistance programs that can save you thousands if you qualify. No one knows these programs better than the experts at Optima Tax Relief, America's most trusted tax resolution firm, A-rated by the Better Business Bureau. Their award-winning team of tax attorneys and licensed professionals have resolved over $1 billion of tax debt for their clients. One call to Optima can start the process, helping to end your worries about wage garnishment, asset seizure, and other IRS actions. Make sure you're getting the best options to solve your tax problems. Call the experts at Optima today for a free confidential consultation.
Call 800-517-9383. That's 800-517-9383. 800-517-9383.
Optima Tax Relief.
Some restrictions apply. For complete details, please visit OptimaTaxRelief.com.
Cashback is not available on gas in New Jersey and Wisconsin.
Billy, your gas light's on. We need to stop and fill up.
No way, Jen. Gas around here is too expensive. We can make it a little further.
Billy, listen to your big sister. You don't need to drive all over searching for the lowest gas prices. Do what I do and use Upside.
Upside?
Do you live under a rock, Billy? Upside is the hottest cashback app out there. It's free to download, and you get real cash back for every gallon of gas you buy. I use it all the time, and I've already made around $200.
You can make that kind of cash back just for buying the gas you have to buy anyway?
Yes, I'm looking at the Upside app now, and there's a gas station at the next exit offering 25 cents per gallon cash back.
Okay, I'm stopping to download Upside and fill up my tank. Download the free Upside app now to earn cash back every time you buy gas. Use promo code COIN25 to get an extra 25 cents per gallon on your first tank. You can cash out anytime right to your bank, to PayPal, or a gift card for Amazon and other brands. Just download the free Upside app and use promo code COIN25 for a 25 cents per gallon bonus on your first tank. That's code COIN25 for a 25 cents per gallon bonus.
Alexa, please play the greatest classic rock ever recorded.
That's easy. The Q, 97.7 FM WLQI.
All right, it is time to wrap things up for this fun time Monday morning with Glenn being in here and hanging out with us. We appreciate you coming in and hopping in and having fun with us and sharing some of the stuff that we wouldn't know about from being a state police officer. So we appreciate you doing all that. Now every day, Cheryl ends on a high note, so I thought it would be only fitting, since she posted something about being in Florida this morning that would work, that I would share hers this morning as we end on a high note. The more you practice gratitude, the more you see how much there is to be grateful for. and your life becomes an ongoing celebration of joy and happiness. So that's my thought for today is just be glad, just be grateful,
Yeah,
like I
absolutely.
said earlier. Sure, in the moment, we're agitated that we're stopped in traffic. We're agitated that, why is this happening to us?
Yeah.
There's a guy who was almost killed in an accident,
Right,
and we didn't really say that, we didn't say why is it. We just went, oh man, how do we figure this out? Till you realize you can't.
Yeah.
There's nothing to figure out. Just put the car in park and sit here and just play on your phone. And just like Friday night, were you out? So you worked overnight Friday night. So you were probably dealing with that the dust storm too.
Yeah.
On Friday night.
Yeah, that was crazy.
Was that a first for you?
What? There was one last year, I think, right?
Was there?
I thought there
Okay.
was one last year too, but I've never seen anything like this.
No.
Like it was dark and that was crazy.
Yeah, the dust storm thing was. I talked with multiple people in radio, including Chris Locken, who's been in radio here longer than I have.
Yeah.
Neither one of us had ever dealt with anything like that. So
yeah.
It was really, really odd. So, Glenn, thank you so much for coming in. I appreciate it.
Yeah. Hey, and I got to give a shout out.
Please.
If you are interested in being a state trooper like me,
yes.
Not necessarily like me, but hey, if you want to be a state trooper, we are taking lateral applications right now. So anybody with 3 years prior law enforcement, our lateral process is open. IndianaTrooper.com. We've got a ride-along program. Same website, IndianaTrooper.com, and we're going to be taking applications here soon for the next academy class, which will be starting next year. Yeah, hit me up if you're interested in a career with the Indiana State Police.
It's it is a great career. A lot of perks and benefits to it. Being a police officer. So we do a lot of joking and stuff on the show and stuff, but it really is. It's a great career.
It is. It's very rewarding.
Yeah. So again, what's the website if they want to find out more?
IndianaTrooper.com.
There you go. All right. Hope you guys enjoyed listening to the show today as much as we enjoyed doing it. Have yourself a phenomenal Monday. We'll see you tomorrow here at Touhyville. Take care.
97.7 WLQI.